You might not recognize me today, and I'll get to that. We'll get into that. We'll definitely get into that. But welcome to the breakdown, episode 63. Shout outs to everybody who's on Twitter Spaces. Shout outs to everybody that's joined us on YouTube Live. The breakdown, episode 63, is sponsored by Unstoppable Domains. Go get yourself a domain name because you need one in your life. If you don't have one, you're not cool. But if you want one, go get yourself one on Gokhshteinmedia.com. Click the link. It's really simple. It's really simple. Shout out to Gokhshtein Media for going ahead and hosting the show. And also, the Gokhshtein Media store is up. The merch store is up. Go get yourself some merchandise. I'd be rocking some merchandise right now, but again, my merchandise is in the laundry. I've wore out all of my Gokhshtein Media apparel. Got to get it to smell good again. Not like it smelled bad, but you can't. Like I don't like to wear it. I don't like to wear the same things like twice in a row and shit. So I know the headline here on YouTube is Ripple can save the entire crypto industry. We'll get into that. And on Spaces, we have it on Twitter Spaces, and you can go ahead and follow me at Gokhshtein, David Gokhshtein, at David Gokhshtein on Twitter. The title on that space is F Your Feelings. Just felt like saying that. Let me do myself also this. Like, I don't know what's up with Twitter lately, man. Twitter ain't showing me that love that I'm used to. There we go. The first comment. Good morning, nice clean shaved DG. That is right. That is right, but this was an accident. DG didn't want to shave his beard, but he had to. He had to. By the way, Akil Patterson's not here today. He's probably in his ninth dream. Left me here by myself to go ahead and do the breakdown. Appreciate Akil Patterson. Always nice to not have your co-host show up. Akil Patterson, you bitch, wake up. I literally look like I'm 12 years old. Like, how can I can't even cuss, bro. Like, I don't know if he even, like, I cuss a lot, but I don't even know if it fits me. I literally look like I'm 12. Yo, I look like I'm 12. Hey, boys and girls, I'm going to take a shower last night, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just trim up my beard because, like, it's got way too thick for my liking. Relax, guys. Relax, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what you were thinking about just now, but I said it got a little bit too thick for my liking. Some people like it thick, some people don't. Relax. DeFi Daniel's getting all excited. Relax, DeFi Daniel. Yeah, I know. Like I went I went out today and people were like, "Oh shit. You look 22, 25." Yeah, I know that. I already said it yesterday. I the DNA is just ridiculous. DNA is ridiculous. But I went in, I was I was about to take a shower. I was like, "Yo, let me trim my beard." I said, "All right." Took out this new shaver that I bought. It was suggested by the employee that works at, I think it was CVS. I think it was CVS. Yeah, I think it was CVS that I went to. And okay, I take it out. I'm shaving. I put it to 1.5 and like it's not working. So like I take it out and I'm like, All right, let me start with the trimming of my, sideburns and stuff. And fuck, that went wrong because this is not like it's not even a blade. It's like it's weird. It's like flat. And literally all I saw was like my face my beard disappeared. It was fucked up. It was a fucked up situation and like I was like what am I going to do? I can't fix this up. I can't touch this up. I'm going to have to take it. I'm going to have to look like my face feels like baby ass. That's literally newborn ass. That's what it looks like. But then I started staring at myself in the mirror after the shower. I was like, "Oh my god, I'm pretty fucking hot. I'm not gonna I can't deny this. I am pretty fucking handsome." Like I can't even deny it. I was like looking at I would literally ask myself out. I was looking in I was looking in the mirror like, "Yo, I would totally go out on myself." Like if I was gay, I'd ask myself out. Like that's what I was thinking. And like I was like, "Yo, like how can you turn this down?" Like I'm a hot piece of ass. Period. I don't know who's gonna slide in my DMs today. I don't know who's gonna slide into my DMs. I have no clue. But I know it's coming. Today I will call myself Shave Dave. Shave Dave is in the house. This is like corporate Dave. Corporate Dave. That's what I am. I'm corporate Dave. This is, you know, anybody who's worked in corporate, men always have to go ahead and shave. You could get away. It's like the Yankees, right? If anybody's ever watched baseball, the Yankees always have to shave. All the players always have to shave. And I think that's such a fucked up rule because like you get you get to the team, now you got to shave. But there's something about like, being yourself that gives you like I feel like it gives you more confidence. But like, yeah, you come to the Yankees, you get paid good, but now you got to shave. That's fucked up, man. You get to leave a mustache, but then you look like a porn star. And doesn't really fit your image. I would say enough about myself, but no. I feel like I need to talk about myself for another minute before I move on to the other topics of the day. By the way, shout out to Akil Patterson one more time for not making it in today. Appreciate it. Right now, the comments in on YouTube are nice, clean shave, Dave. You look 22. Thank you, Jay. Don't know where you're from, but thank you. We have Rose with good morning. We have Madrid Zone 7. Haha, you look new. JD is laughing. Then we have Julie, the sheep cat, who put up peaches. I don't know what that indicates. I really don't know what that indicates. Jay also says the bots are gonna holler at you, and then Jr. Mounty Bags yo, who's the new guy? I think I'm gonna break the internet with this. I think I'm definitely gonna break the internet with my. Oh, hold on. This is this is amazing. We are now joined by. I think he's my co-host, but he's a little bit fucking late, and he's like getting coal out of his eye. Let me put him on here. Maybe I should leave you off. Maybe I should fucking leave you off the fucking show. You don't deserve the breakdown. The people don't. You don't deserve the people's attention. How about that, bitch? Your bootleg phone and your bootleg mic. That stupid poster of Lamar Jackson that's going to be a New York Jet next year. Lamar Jackson's going to be a New York Jet. All you bitches in Baltimore are gonna be crying. I wish I want to sign him. Hello, Akil. Thanks for waking up today.
Don't ever insult Lamar.
What?
You you can say whatever you want about me, but don't insult Lamar. That's just disrespectful. He's a goat.
There are comments right now all over social media where people are going crazy for corporate Dave.
They want corporate Dave back?
No, corporate Dave is here. I'm talking about I had an accident in the bathroom. No, not diarrhea, not taking a shit on myself. I'm just
What
saying
was
I
the
had an
accident?
accident.
What was the
So I was
accident?
going to, I was telling the audience that I was going to take a shower and I just wanted to trim up my beard
Yeah.
and the beard came off.
Okay, those things happen.
So you see how I'm looking today, right? So like
Yeah, like a 12-year-old girl.
well, I wouldn't go so far as that. I got okay, but I'm just saying, you know what? I was staring in the mirror afterwards and I was like, I'm a hot piece of ass. Like I would definitely if I was gay, I'd go out home with myself.
That's disgusting. I'm
It
gay and
looks
I
like
wouldn't
I'm
go out with myself.
listen, that's on you. I'm just staring in the mirror. I'm like, yo, this is a hot piece of ass.
I'm not into thick dudes though, you know?
It seems like I'm not the only one who went ahead and shaved something off. Did you
What
shave your
else
head off? I mean, you did shave.
Yeah, I shaved my head again. Yeah.
You look
I,
sweet.
I well I did your hair regimen, right? And it started to come
Yeah.
in, but then it was just like return the follicles back. So I was like, I got to keep doing it because otherwise they're not growing in all, and it just looks stupid.
But it's working.
It's working, but it's not growing in, and so I'm like,
Yeah, but it
yeah, I'm
doesn't
not gonna let it grow out until I know they're all back.
well, it doesn't take 2 weeks. I would say it's more of a year. But
Well,
then
I get
you'll
hey,
you look like Aaron Donald.
I'll look like that guy from Coming to America with the soul glow. I'm gonna have a
Oh my
nice S
god.
curl. I'm gonna leave a carpet stain every time I get off somebody's couch. Look like a slug
Listen,
on it.
yeah, I got the regime. So people are asking about what the regime is. You know, how do you keep your hair so thick and full? Don't worry, guys. I'll have an episode about how you can go ahead and save your hairline. Okay. I'm going to do an episode for this entire space about how you can go and save your hairline. It will be, you know what? I haven't done a crypto fireside chat. I'm going to call it just a fireside chat. Exclusive regimen to save your hair. Because a lot of guys are just like, you know what? The fucking hair is in the middle of the head
You know
and
what? That's what we
looking
have to
like
have
Hulk
on
Hogan.
here.
What?
We have to have like Lord Jort or somebody. We have to have Eric or somebody come on the show and give us their opinion on fat people.
I'm not talking about fat people anymore.
I think it's funny.
I'm done talking fat people.
Of course, because
I
you've given
don't
them all
care.
your time. They've
No,
lived
that's
rent
it.
free in your head for a week.
No, it's you guys want to be fat? Be fat. Enjoy yourselves. That's it. And
Like
what I
you
mean
said,
by
have
that
fun
is like,
being poor, bitches.
well, if you don't want to go ahead and like even walk, even take a walk, that's on you. I am done. You guys love these posters. You guys want to go ahead and see Calvin Klein billboards in New York City with a bunch of obese people on top of that? Go. Honestly, my mouth's shut now. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Enjoy.
So what were we
I'm
talking about
sure
before I got on?
you are 3 weeks away from using Lipitor.
Lipitor?
That's what
Isn't
it's
that for
called, right?
geriatrics?
No, that's like cholesterol.
Oh. Oh,
Look,
wow.
no, I'm just trying to keep it. What? So what? Oh, you see the comments, right? People are like, "Oh, he is a sexy motherfucker." You see the comments, right? Right now, the crypto news. If you type in crypto news into Google right now, they are talking about literally me shaving the beard.
No. They're actually talking about Jesse Powell, the CEO of Kraken, stepped down.
Hey,
And
step
now,
down.
huh?
Yeah.
And now that's all they're talking about is the mass exit of CEOs.
Nah, he stepped down because he wants to do his own thing. He wants to be creative and create dope projects and like he's limited in his CEO role. It's the same reason why at one point I stepped down as the CEO because I wanted to create stuff and it's hard to be the CEO and try to create something. So at the end of the day, man, it's a good move if you're trying to build a lot of stuff because then you don't have to be in the day to day constantly. So shout outs to him, man. He's created a fucking monster. Kraken is a great fucking exchange.
Now they're just talking about how there's this mass exodus of crypto CEOs, and Michael Saylor stepped down. I mean, it's more like a restructuring, but it's still like he's stepping down from the daily task. You've got so Jesse he leaves to go back over to, hey, I'm going back over to Genesis. I just want to go have fun. Um, you know, I think we've seen a couple of CEOs also step down. We know that a lot of companies have failed, so their CEOs aren't around anymore. And they ain't getting rehired anywhere. Look, I'm of the old school belief of like, look, if your company goes bankrupt, you shouldn't get a fucking second bite at the apple. Full stop. Period. Point blank. But in the society we live in, just being a CEO gets you another job as a CEO. Why? I don't fucking know, but that's what happens. And I'm cussing like a sailor this morning. I'm sorry about that, folks. Hold on, let me get it all out. All right, I'm good. I got all my cuss words out. So now, like I said, CEOs stepping down, and you're right, David. A lot of times CEOs step down because they're like, I don't want to do this. I want to do something that's enjoyable. That doesn't mean I have to worry about everything that comes out of my mouth. When I know that feeling where when you're in charge and then everybody wants to talk shit. Everybody wants to talk a good game. They want to run their mouths, and that's that bull crap.
I'm
That's that
sorry.
bull.
I didn't mean it.
No, I'm talking about. I don't care if you put me in the background.
No, I didn't. I fucking clicked. I don't know what the fuck I clicked. They just sent you out.
It's fine. I wasn't worried about that. What I was still saying is I was still more upset that bullshit BS CEOs get hired or rehired, but then you've got people that act like, yo, CEOs are human. Like they're going many times they'll respond to you. I ain't Jackie Robinson over here. I ain't gonna just take your crap because I have to. No, those days are over. I'm gonna give you right back what you get. I'm probably gonna spit in your mouth while I'm at it.
Damn, son.
Yo, I'm that dude. I will spit right back in your mouth.
Yeah,
Don't dish it out if you can't take it.
spit it in the mouth.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You ever get in an argument with somebody and just start yelling?
Yeah, but I didn't never open up their mouth and spit in it.
Well, so that's what I do. I just start talking and yelling, and then I let little pieces fly out on purpose so they can smack them in the face or hit them in the mouth.
I'm just getting
That's
the
the
wrong signal. I'm getting the wrong images in my head right now.
that's the ultimate sign of disrespect.
I mean, okay. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Yo, You know who's a fucking boss?
Who is?
Brad Garlinghouse is a fucking boss.
Why?
I thought Vitalik was a boss, and I still think Vitalik's a boss. I think Vitalik has dropped. You already know how I feel. He dropped his nuts on the table
He
and showed
dropped
everybody
something.
how little they are. He definitely dropped something. But Brad Garlinghouse, when he was sitting up there with 2-bit idiot, that's what he calls himself on social media. I'm not even being a dick here. I'm being honest. Sat down with 2-bit idiot. They're doing like this fucking one-on-one interview yesterday. Fireside chat and all. And Brad's just dropping his nuts all over the place. He's thug life. He is the white version of Tupac. I can see him coming out with his own rap video. He don't give a fuck about the SEC. Yo, did you see the videos that like some of the clips that came out?
I haven't seen his clips.
Brad Garlinghouse don't give a fuck. And you know what? Like the title says on YouTube, Ripple wins, the whole industry wins. And I do believe it allows us to go parabolic.
Oh,
Why? Here's why. Ripple wins, that means the Howey test does not exist.
for
Period.
us.
The
For
Howey test
us.
for the crypto industry no longer exists. Ripple wins, they also take the knees, the legs off of the SEC. And we also now allow our innovators to continue to innovate because now they have clarity. Now they know what the fuck they're doing.
Okay.
Brad Garlinghouse, whether you like him or not, whether you like Ripple or not, I've been holding bags of XRP for, I don't know, God knows how long. I've already showed you guys my wrist and my arms. They are the definition of bag holding.
Or
Look at that. You know I'm holding. Like nobody, none of these fucking nerds can go ahead and come on here and show off shit like that. Look at that. The
man, you
definition.
look so young. I'm having a hard time even looking at you right now only
I
because of
am.
this.
I fucking look 22.
You do. You do. You
We,
look
we
so
were just talking about black don't crack yesterday, right?
black don't crack, brown don't frown. So
There you go. There
good
you go.
lord, man.
Mr. Cat with a comment.
Oh
David's beard is
wow.
gone. He must be using the lawnmower in the wrong way.
Joke.
Ha.
Is it sad he had to write joke? Or
When you have to write that you are writing a joke and you have to include the word joke, it's probably going to fall flat. I'm just guessing. So, cool. I'm banging on the desk. What do we have
so
in crypto
Brad.
news
Brad dropped his nuts.
besides Brad dropping his nuts on the table? What else do we have in the news today?
In crypto news, otherwise,
Nothing.
yeah, it goes back to what we were saying yesterday. I mean, it's like crypto news is fucking boring and dead. I gave you all I got, folks. I mean, what more do you want? I
So we
just
have the
can't do it, Captain.
By the way, I tried to open up a fucking space yesterday. Shout outs to Twitter Spaces for not allowing me to have a space because I kept on getting muted. Then I had fucking warranty phone calls. Your fucking 2008 BMW needs a warranty. Like, bro, really? And then I'm trying to speak and I can't because I hear my echo and I'm like, fuck this. Like, fuck this. First time I exited. I was like, I can't do this. fuck it. And I'm not a habitual rugger in terms of rugging on spaces and shit. I was like, fuck it. But like, why are people? The funny thing is, I understand the rates and why the rates need to go up and why they're jumping on these rates. I get it. That's because I've been stuck studying economics for a few years now. Like, I get it. I understand what they're trying to do here. First of all, I get it. But people in crypto cheering it on, they have no clue. They have absolutely no clue what the fuck they're cheering on. I went into like 3-4 spaces to hear the people talk. Like, there are some people understand it and they're smart, but others are like, yeah, totally get. You don't get shit. This is not good to have rates go up like this. It's not. If you are sitting in a good position, you don't give a fuck. But this is not good. They want to make people not buy food at this point.
Yo, David, let me tell you about. Oh my goodness, I wanted to take a picture of this yesterday. So when I got done with football practice, I stopped by the market, stopped by the store to grab,
Yeah, I don't know why this. I honestly do not know why that's. You know what? Let me push away my keyboard. My bad. Tell you right now, I'm not even doing it on purpose. Go ahead.
I, you keep thinking that I care. I really don't.
You do care. All
No,
right,
I don't.
bitch.
I don't. So I stopped by the market this morning or yesterday after football practice. And I was like gonna grab something quick to eat. And so I was like, you know what? I was coming home. I was like, I'm about to hit the vape pen. I'm about to hit a J. I'm just gonna grab some fruity pebbles. And I was like, I need some milk. Do you know how much those fruity pebbles and that gallon of milk cost me?
Tell me.
$13 fucking. And I went to the grocery store. It wasn't like I went to like a corner store bodega. They ain't got them where I'm at. Trust me, I would have. I went to like a market, like a full on market. $13. And then I was like, well, let me grab some granola while I'm here for my breakfast. Some yogurt, I get that Fago zero, 0-calorie yogurt for my breakfast. My entire bill was almost $40. I got 5 things. I'm not gonna tell you what the 5th thing was. It just wasn't very expensive. I got 5 things, and it was almost $50. I got some
I mean,
cashews.
hey, listen. Biden's done a
That's
hell of a job.
5 things, and I got to pay $50. A gallon of milk, a box of Fruity Pebbles, 2 bags of granola, a yogurt, and some cashews, and that's almost $50. Yo, this shit's out of hand. I can only imagine with like as soon as I bought it, the first thing I said, I would never have been a Saturday morning kid. Because if my parents had to spend $13 on some Fruity Pebbles for me and my brothers to sit around the boob tube at 7 a.m. to watch the Jimmy the Greek before we started watching Saturday morning cartoons. And yes, guys, yes, some of us were exposed to Jimmy the Greek when we were kids because he would come on Saturday morning at like 6:55 a.m. before our Saturday morning cartoons did.
Who the fuck is who is that?
Jimmy the Greek, the gambling guy. He used to give you all your wager scores before the day started.
Man, I was watching some pro wrestling. Like, they used to have like you remember Saturdays? Like, it would be like for like a
Yeah,
half an hour show. Like, they wouldn't even wrestle.
yeah.
They
That's
were like
WWE. It
wrestle
was
like for like
WWF
5 seconds.
Superstars.
Was it like they were wrestle for like 2 seconds and then like Mean Gene Okerlund and shit would come on and like I don't know. Like, I remember doing that in the morning and then obviously Saturday morning cartoons. But I might have seen it, but I've never. I don't
Yeah,
know.
Jimmy the Greek. He'd come on. So it was before. So my parents would be like, "Go get your cereal, sit down, watch your television, blah blah blah," because they didn't want to hear our shit. And so it was like, and then also I was a latchkey kid, so like you couldn't cook. You remember that you couldn't cook. If they said go home right after school, you went right home. and then they were like, "Don't open the door for nobody. Don't go outside." And then you couldn't touch the oven, and we didn't have a microwave, so it was like you couldn't heat anything up, so everything was cold. Anyway, the fact that a box of cereal and a gallon of milk cost me $13, I almost lost it. I almost lost it. I'm lactose intolerant, so for me to even have milk, I'm taking a risk, taking a
Yeah, but
big
you're
risk.
yeah, but like you've always been cheap. It doesn't matter the market.
Yeah, but
Look at that. Yo, I swear to God, if you caught that shit on YouTube just now, your face was hilarious. Yeah, I gotta get a screenshot of that. Yeah, of course you. Yo, you're cheap as hell. Yo, you were
yeah, but
complaining when milk.
$13 for a box. Ugh.
You would have been complaining about milk being at $2, bro. I don't have enough money to buy some Omi.
I don't know if I would have complained about my milk being the $2, but yeah, man, I was very upset. I was very very upset, and I wasn't. I'm still not happy. Still not happy. I'm not happy
I
at
heard
all.
I heard
But
Biden's
like,
giving
look,
out powdered
I
milk.
thought, what about families? No, no,
What?
no, no. They voted that down. They wanted it removed from the bill. They didn't want mothers to have milk.
Um, am I? You're on delay again. Are
No,
you listening to me on Spaces?
no, I'm listening to you right here on camera.
Why is there always a fucking echo, man? No, no, I hear you, but it's like when I hear myself. But it's okay.
That's
I
from
guess
your end because
I
you're on
guess it's
Spaces.
no. I'm good. I'm good. Now it's better. There's no echo.
That's from you, my
But you,
friend.
but aren't you like gas prices are down?
Gas prices are down. Yeah.
Gas price. By the way, guys and girls, episode 63 breakdown. We're going to talk about Ripple, how I think Ripple is going to save the crypto industry. We're also going to talk about Biden. Uh, I still we didn't get to fully touch on the subject, but I guess Kill Patterson thinks it's cool for somebody who's 90 years old to fall off a bike and have no reflexes and run the country.
Okay. Literally, the former
And then
president
Kill
went
wants
on
to come
television
back.
last night. The former president went on television last night and said, and I quote, "If I think about declassifying something, it's declassified." Motherfucker, that ain't true. You dumbass. You just don't declassify stuff. You actually get like if the NSA sends something to you, there is a process to declassify, so they know it's declassified. Dipshit.
And by the
The
way,
law is the law.
Trump and his children were sued yesterday by the New York State Attorney General for $250 million. Akil is clapping. Um,
Because they ran the largest Ponzi scheme in New York. David, you and I both know New York, 1980s, you don't build shit without the mob. Not a thing. You and I both
but
know that.
why did the bank? Why did the banks give him the money for
Banks didn't
so
give him the
long?
money.
Yeah, they did. This is also
He's got
about
he's
lending
got
him.
loans.
Yeah, but they said that he lied on his loan applications to
Yeah.
get the money.
Yeah.
So why it took so many years for them to figure it out?
Because Rudy Giuliani wasn't looking at him. Rudy
Oh
Giuliani
my
didn't care.
god.
Hold on.
Stop it.
Rudy Giuliani. Hey, look, everybody, look at me real close. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. Y'all know I'm not a
Oh my
conspiracy
god, you're
theorist.
just a fucking hater. You don't have to be a conspiracy theorist. You just fucking
Oh no,
hate
there's
it.
no hate here. I've always said this. I said this since I was a kid. Donald Trump is the snitch who put who put who put the Teflon Don in jail because that's the type of person he is. Donald Trump puts Gigliotti in jail. He puts Gelati in jail. That's who he is. He's a snitch. He's the type of snitch that will put you. He's Sammy the Bull Bravano. That's who Trump is. He is a snitch.
Wow.
He is a
Wow.
snitch.
All right.
He is a Fredo in his family. I want you to hear that. He is Fredo. If you're an Italian and you just heard me say that, Donald Trump is a Fredo.
How many people hated Donald Trump before he became president?
I'm not even there. I just said he's a snitch. When he was
I'm
doing
asking
business,
you.
that's a different world. That's a different world. But he's a snitch. He's a snitch.
You all loved him. You all rapping about him.
I wasn't. First off, I stopped listening to rap when Biggie died damn near, man.
Stop it, bro. If I look at your playlist, there's nothing but hip hop on it.
No, you'll definitely see some Hamilton.
Hamilton.
Yeah.
You only play Hamilton if you can't fucking sleep.
No, I listen to it riding my bike.
What's gonna happen when Trump gets reelected in 2024?
Hopefully my OMI bags are up and I can finally move. I'm not doing another 4 years of that bullshit. I can't.
They are doing everything possible to make sure that Donald Trump can't run for president.
I will do everything I can possible to make sure that piece of fucking fat shit don't run.
Wow.
Dude, he's a year and a half younger than Biden. Stop acting like he's young.
Yeah, but he can. Are you serious? Hey, did you watch 60 Minutes?
He's a year and a half younger than Biden. They're both cuckoo.
Hold on. Did you watch 60 Minutes when even Tim Allen yesterday tweeted out, or 2 days ago tweeted out? You mentioned
I talked about it. It was a funny joke.
Yeah, he said, "Does Biden even know it's 60 Minutes?"
No, he said.
That's basically what he said. It was funny.
No, he said. I heard Joe Biden ask on 60 Minutes. So how long's the show? That's good humor. You don't have to like someone's politics to laugh at a joke.
It's sad.
It's funny though.
And I don't even see the vice president.
Okay, I just want everybody, if you believe that Tim Allen's joke was actually funny, like leave a comment, like put a like, come follow. Because all I'm saying is that it was a funny joke. I told you, I'm of a Dave Chappelle kind of mindset. I don't like all the things he talks about, but a majority of the stuff he says is funny. But that's kind of like what the art is. The art is, how can I get a human reaction out of people who have come to enjoy themselves? Literally, for an hour and a half, when you go to a comedy show, your life is on hold, and you're supposed to be making fun of yourself, making fun of others, because that's comedy. If you can't laugh at yourself, what the fuck can you do?
We've canceled comedy. We're not allowed to laugh anymore. You're not allowed to laugh anymore in this country. Period. You might offend somebody. Like, look at Chappelle. They fucking try to cancel him like 90,000 times.
You can't cancel Dave Chappelle.
But that's because he keeps coming.
Cancel Dave Chappelle. Can't do it.
You're trying to cancel Trump.
I didn't cancel him. I'm just going to look. What did I say? I said, I'm going to work to make sure he's not elected.
Why? Who's the better option?
Fucking liar.
Who's the better?
I don't know. How about we actually get some options? How about we stop? Well, how about we stop colluding and coddling to billionaires, and we actually start electing people who got some common sense? When I mean common sense, people that can sit down and have a conversation with me, have a conversation with America, who can rationally think. Look, do you know how arrogant you have to be a president? You have to think that you're the smartest person in the country to solve all of our problems. Are you fucking kidding me? Yo, we got too much hubris in this country. Back up, take a sit down. If you don't surround yourself with smart people, you're a fucking idiot. The smartest CEOs, the best CEOs, give all the respect to their hardworking staffs. That's right. The best CEOs look at you and go, my team's amazing. You know what? Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates, smart guys, hardworking business people. You notice they normally don't go around gloating about how much shit they've done for their company. You know why? Because they really didn't do that much once they got it off the ground. Then they hired their COOs and their CFOs, and those people took the company to the next level. That's why they can step away sometimes.
So
They had a
basically,
vision.
just like Biden did with cryptocurrency, laying out the framework that literally bottlenecks this fucking industry.
Once again, that's your boy Sam, buddy. Sam is writing those policies.
Wow, you know how to get out of shit. You're a really good politician. You should
I'm not
run
a
for
politician.
president.
I'm a rational thinker.
Yeah, it's rational. Let's. I support the guy who, especially the administration that is fucking bottlenecking cryptocurrency. Love it.
I didn't say that. I didn't say anything about me supporting administration. I simply said I don't like Donald Trump's policies when it comes to human decency.
So hold on. You didn't like his policy when he went and clinched the deal with China to allow American companies to finally get into China and actually get fair value on their items, and America to get fair value. You didn't like
So he
that deal,
makes a
right?
trade
China
deal.
deal.
That was a
You
great
didn't like the trade
opportunity.
deal at all.
He also
It's a
does police
great.
reform. But
No,
then
hold on.
at the same
Hold on.
time,
Hold on.
he
Hold
is
on.
a
No, you can't say that.
disrespectful asshole.
No, but hold on. I rather have a disrespectful asshole actually accomplishing things than a respectful man doing nothing.
But he did do something, and that's where I don't
What?
understand why
What do
you're
you
complaining.
do? What do you do? Tell me what Biden has done.
Cancel student debt instead of giving
Student debt,
lifetime.
I'm going to pay for
Stop,
somebody.
stop, stop.
I am
Hold
paying
on,
for
hold on.
somebody.
Oh,
No, no,
oh,
hold on.
oh,
No, no.
oh. So now
No,
you want to complain about student debt? So you
hold
want to
on. I'm going to
complain
tell you why.
when somebody gets 10 grand, but you weren't. Hey, where are you going to complain when in 2024 your taxes go up because of these short-term fucking taxes that the middle class got, while the billionaires got lifetime tax relief? Lifetime
Hold on.
billionaires. You know what?
Hold on.
Fuck it. I'm with Herman Cain. Give me your 999 plan so everyone just plays an equal weight and we move the fuck on.
Here's the problem. Number one, student debt relief being wiped off. Who's paying for that? I am. Why am I
Who
paying
pays
for
for the
somebody?
billionaires? Who pays for the billionaires' taxes?
Hold on.
We
Hold
do.
on.
So it's the
Hold
same
on.
thing.
Hold on. First of all, billionaires employ millions of people. Millions of people are employed by billionaires.
So what?
How many people has Jeff Bezos gone ahead and employed? How about that? Let's go ahead and start with that.
Okay. And how much money has Jeff
No, no, no.
Bezos
You didn't
made
answer
off of
it.
them?
No, no.
Percentage wise. Percentage
No, you
wise.
can't ask me a question. You can't. I give you a question. You lead in with another. No, no, you can't. That's not how we go ahead and sit here and debate about the subject.
No, Joe Biden did not raise gas prices. That is a misconception. The corporations raised prices.
You can't even answer the question.
What was the question? Go ahead, re-answer.
How
Restate
many
your question,
jobs?
please.
How many jobs has Jeff Bezos made for the American worker?
75.
75 what?
75 jobs.
What?
I have to give you context. You're probably going to want to know why I have to add
Okay, okay.
context
Let me
then.
rephrase my question.
Yeah,
How many
because
many
Jeff
people
Bezos
are
directly
employed by
hired 75.
how many people are employed by Amazon?
Better question. Yes, hundreds of thousands of people are employed by Amazon.
Because of one man who sat down in a room, and we all know the picture.
One
A
man and
room.
his wife who took the photo,
One man sat in
and
a
his
room.
wife.
Okay, his wife also. Okay, I'll give her credit.
Okay.
Sat there and created Amazon.
Absolutely. They had a
Which
wonderful
created
concept
how many
to bring
jobs did
literacy.
Amazon now? One man who literally sold everything possible to create a company now employs how many people, Akil?
Hundreds of thousands. And David,
What did you say?
I
Hold
agree
on.
with you. I agree. I agree. But what he also did was he was smart enough that once he hired those first 75, this is where it comes back, he began to trust them to build out his vision
That's
beyond
every
what was there.
company. That's every
No,
company.
no,
That's
David.
every company.
So
You surround yourself with people to build.
Jeff Bezos's vision to start was to create an online resource for education and bookstore.
Oh my
His
God.
people that he brought in when it got big, he goes, guys, we can do more than just books, is what
You're
his
so out of
COO said.
you're out of bounds. You're like fucking out of bounds on this one.
How am I out of bounds? He went from his vision was a book online sales to increase education and literacy, and now they sell you everything plus like the Jumanji board. It's because he
The
began to increase.
Oh my God. Oh my
It,
God.
it
I
it's not one person
honestly,
who does it. He didn't do it in a vacuum, but his vision started in a
Jeff
vacuum.
Bezos oh my he created a company that now
Yeah.
employs over a million people. That's a million people that now have jobs that get to pay taxes to the United States government.
First off, David, he also shut down millions of locally owned companies and businesses and then began to source out things. Then like it's an industry. And I'm not saying, David, for good or for good or for bad, those people would have been employed somewhere doing something. But because he created this larger industry,
With the
now they're
current
doing better.
benefits, with the current benefits,
The ones that people had to fight for, sure,
it doesn't do they have them now?
they do now.
That's it.
But guess what? It wasn't because Jeff Bezos wanted to give it to him. People had to fight for those benefits.
Yo, honestly, I got to tell you something. You
Yes.
are so wrong on this.
What? That
You
people
are
had to fight for their benefits?
they had benefits. They wanted more benefits, and that's okay.
They wanted benefits so they could, live, take off work for more than a day if their kid was sick.
Yo, I can't believe we. This is why we don't. This is why we deserve nothing. We have people who start with nothing, and they work their asses off, and they build something, and then you want to go ahead and tax the fuck out of them for providing jobs for the American worker, or
I didn't
excuse
say
me, the
provide
American
the.
citizen.
Whoa. I said bring back Herman Cain's 999 so that everyone is paying their equal share based on that. Like a percentage makes it a lot easier than trying to find out these tax brackets. Hey,
Stick
Crypto
the
Dog, you're
999
exactly
plan up
why.
your ass.
Crypto Dog, you shouldn't be voting, is what I'm going to say. But a percentage wise, if you pay a tax, thank you. Kill Patterson 42069. Yeah, that's it. If you have a percentage that if no matter if you make 100,000, I make
Look at this guy.
105,000.
Look at this. He doesn't even pay. Connor Buck says he doesn't even pay a living wage to most of his employees. Are you kidding me? Do you guys even know anything about Amazon, or you just speak out of your asses? Like Amazon's just one example. Amazon's just one example.
I just
Fucking
said,
Elon Musk has done so much for this country. He has done so much for.
God, Jesus. No,
Are you
no, this
ready?
country's done everything for Elon
No,
Musk.
no, no, no. And
This
no,
country,
hold
hey,
on. I knew
Elon
that
Musk
shit
is a
was coming.
fucking immigrant. This country did everything for him.
And you know what? And we had that conversation. He's an
Full
immigrant.
stop.
And
Full
he's an
stop.
immigrant. And what happens? Immigrants literally just work harder than the lazy ass Americans that were born here with fucking privilege. And that's a fact. So he went ahead, built something, not just something he built. You have Tesla, you have SpaceX. Yes, governments gave him grants and loans,
So
but he's
America did a
what?
lot for
Hold
him.
on, hold
He had
on.
to follow
But he's
through on
worked
it, but America gave him what he has, and it's true.
and he
So it's a
followed
two-way
through.
street.
How many jobs did he create?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you that.
We are fucking about to go to the not even to the forget about the moon. We're going to Mars.
I mean, you're going to Mars. I'm not going.
But I'm just saying, like, we are constantly looking to tax the
And
people
all I
that are
said
coming out
was,
here. No,
and
no,
what
you're
did I say?
saying
What did I say? What did I say?
basically
I
like
said
they don't
everybody
pay
should
enough
just,
taxes.
everyone should pay fair share taxes.
What's fair? Elon paid $11 million, the most in
Is that
IRS tax
whoa?
history.
Is that proportionally equitable to what he makes?
I am going to say this again. $11 million in taxes. That is not even fucking normal.
Is it proportional to what he made?
So you basically, hi, I want to live in a you want socialism.
Is it? I didn't say that.
Yeah, you
Is it
did. You're basically
proportional?
saying that.
No, that's not what I
Socialism.
said. Is it proportional to what he made?
Thank you, Hector.
I don't care what
11
Hector
billion,
writes.
excuse me.
Listen, let me tell you,
11 billion.
Hector's a fascist. That's why I don't care.
Hold on.
Uh,
$11 billion.
I don't care what fascists say. I'm
Is
saying
11 billion is
I
11
don't care what
billion dollars
fascists
not enough?
say. All I asked was, is it proportional to what he made? You can call me a socialist if you want. I don't care.
I swear
Like
to God, we're
I'll
changing
never
this.
see you, so who cares? But is it proportional to what he made?
Akil.
Is it proportional?
Akil. He
I
paid
ask,
11
I believe
billion.
just pay proportional. I like I said, it might have sounded crazy when
Do
Herman
you
Cain
not even
say it,
do you
but
not even get what 11 billion
I'm
is?
going back. I'm going back to this. Herman Cain once said we should just have a proportional
Oh my
tax
God.
rate where everyone just pays their fair share and we all move on. And you know what? I'm at that point now. I'm agreeing with Herman Cain. God rest his soul. And if you idiots at home don't know who the fuck Herman Cain is, don't even come into these comments because most of y'all don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about because you're too dumb. You're too dumb. Read a book.
I'm speechless.
999 deal. Herman Cain.
You
If you
are
don't know who Herman
anti-billionaire.
Cain is, go
So
read a
so
book.
hold on.
Seriously.
So can I ask you this question then? Let me pose this question to you.
What up?
So you have Jeff Bezos, you have Elon Musk, you have
Hey,
a
crypto
ton of
talk.
billionaires.
You're a fascist. You know, I don't give a fuck.
Hold on. So let me ask you a question. Don't look into the comments because I want to ask you a question.
What up?
Do you believe in billionaires? Do you believe, or I should say, do you believe that people should have the right to go ahead and fucking make money? Like, why are you counting what I'm making?
No. Say that again. Hey, Hector, still don't care. I said I'm for proportional share. That's if you don't understand that, then fucking go do something else with your day.
So a man builds something,
Yeah.
people buy into it.
Okay.
Okay, let me ask you a question. How do you feel about Kanye West?
I don't care for Kanye because
He's a billionaire.
I think he's a little crazy though. I don't think Kanye's money isn't the problem. Kanye, I
Oh, so
think he
now
has
Kanye's money isn't a problem.
I if Kanye fell into that group, then he should pay the fair share taxes. That's all I'm saying. Listen,
How do we
how
know he's paying his fair
oh,
share
let me
on that
just give you
on
an
those
example, David,
billions?
so you can get this right. I think it's Norway. Norway. You
Oh
get a
my
ticket
god.
in Norway. Do you know how
Oh,
Norway gives a ticket?
where are we going?
I'm just asking you, do you know how
I don't
Norway
know how
tickets you?
Norway gives their tickets. I haven't been to Norway yet.
All right. So if you get a ticket in Norway, it's based on the percentage. So if you get a speeding ticket in Norway, it's based on how much you make per year. That's your percentage. And so they want the punishment to be equitable. And that means if you get a speeding ticket and I get a speeding ticket and you make $1 million a year, I make $100,000 a year, and they say it's 1% of your salary, that's the percentage. So you would pay the equitable percentage for the same penalty. That's what I'm saying. You pay the same percentage for the same penalty.
Yeah, out of bounds on this one.
No, I'm not.
I
I
I
believe that.
usually
I
agree
think
with you on a
go
lot of
check it
stuff,
out.
but
It works. It works in other places. Go check
what are
it
you
out.
talking about tickets? What are we talking about? I feel like Allen Iverson. We talking about tickets?
It's the concept behind equitable taxes. If everyone paid the exact same rate, everyone
No,
would end
no,
up.
no, 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 no. Million billionaires like
No,
if you think
no, they're not paying their equitable rate.
$11 billion is a pretty large
So
sum
you're
to
using
pay
a
to the
number.
IRS.
You're using a number. You're using a number. But if it's adjusted and you can pay, if you pay 13% and the person who makes 50,000 pays 30%, it's not an equitable percentage of what they're paying.
Jesus
That's what
Christ.
I'm saying.
It's
No,
you're so off. You're
Hector,
so
you
off.
don't know what you're saying because you are still an ass clown with Asperger's.
Uh,
Yes. Connor Buck. Hold on. Why is that guy? Oh God, get off of here, Kanye Buck. Connor Buck? Oh my ugh. That's a bad
well,
name.
he did. Well, he did go ahead and side with you. He said Trump is going to jail anyway.
Yeah, but that's a terrible name. As soon as I saw it, I was like, never mind.
I,
See,
I
when I see two
out of
things that are
bounds.
fucking like not matching, I'm like, back off. I'm not even gonna say what he said. Nope. You can believe in the same things I believe in, but you ain't gonna get my props. Ugh. Connor Buck.
All I gotta say is that I think that you're wrong. I think
Yeah, you can think that.
you speak like a socialist because that's the 999 plan.
Who said the 999 plan? Go ahead. Go ahead. Tell me all you beautiful people why I said Herman Cain's 999 plan.
You know, I just feel like
No,
you're
no,
into
I
like
want all
seriously.
these
Yeah,
beautiful
I
people
just think
who
that you're
are
into socialism.
who are about as smart as a box of rocks.
I think.
Who's the 999 plan come from?
Let me ask you a question, Akil. So when Amazon
No,
wanted
Crypto
to
Dog. What I do is I like to insult people like you
hold on, hold
because
on, hold on.
you
I gotta
hide
take these
behind
comments away because
Casper the Ghost.
yo, focus on me.
What's up? 999 plan.
No,
Who
no, no,
put out the
no. Hold
999 plan
on.
and
I
why
want
was
to
I
start with
saying
this.
it?
I wanted to talk about Ripple today, but this shit went. Yo, you know what? No, chill. I ain't talking about Ripple right now. I want to talk about Ripple and how it's going to fucking save the crypto space. But like, okay, let's talk about this, right?
Yes.
Amazon,
Herman Cain came up
Amazon,
with the 999 plan. So who was Herman
Amazon
Cain
wants
there?
to
Here, who was it?
Amazon,
Hey,
Amazon.
Dominique
Am-
Hamilton. Oh,
hold
Dominique
on, hold.
Hamilton's on
Hey,
here. Look at
hey,
that.
hey! Listen, can I talk? Can I talk?
Dominique Hamilton wanted to
Can I
start shit.
talk? Hello?
Crypto dog. You know why Dominique Hamilton's patting you on the back? Because he hates David. And so he's gonna
Oh
side with
my
you
God! Can we
because
stop? Can we stop?
all right,
Can
go
we
ahead.
stop? I'm trying to focus. I'm trying to make a point. We're going left, right, and a third. Yo, listen. When Amazon wanted to come in, when Amazon wanted to come into Long Island City in New York, wanted to come into Long Island City, AOC stopped it. That would have created 32,000 jobs. That would have created more revenue for the United States of America to pick up on. That also would have created more jobs and businesses around Amazon's warehouse that they wanted to build in Long Island City. And that was stopped.
And they moved it to Northern Virginia.
And that was stopped. So you think that's good that New York now there are literally people that are looking for jobs in New York, in Long Island City. You think it was a good thing
They moved it to
for
my region. I'm not that
AOC
mad.
to stop
I'm
it?
not that mad though. They moved it to my
You're not
region.
mad, but what about the people that were looking for a job?
We put in a bid too. That's why I said
No. But the bid was here. They wanted it here.
no. They won. She stopped it. They moved the bid. We got it. I'm sorry it happened. We wanted it.
So AOC is all about. She's all
The
about taxing.
people wanted it. The people in my region wanted it, and they didn't fight it. So that's why it ended up in our
Hold
region.
on.
Guess
The
what? It moved
people.
out of yours because the people were going to stand on the street and protest. The people didn't stand in the street and protest in my region, and we got the bid now because
Oh
they
my
moved
God.
it. That's capitalism. That's how shit works.
What? Oh, now you bring up capitalism, but yet you don't believe in it.
I
You
did not say
no,
that.
you don't.
I literally said I believe in the Herman Cain 999 plan, and all of a sudden I'm a socialist. Get the fuck out of here, you idiots!
No, because you're like, hey, you know what? Elon Musk has $197 billion. Let us go ahead and take $100 billion away from him and leave him with 97. That's your thought process.
If he paid the same percentage rate as I paid, I'm like, cool, that's cool. It is what it is.
You don't think $11 billion is a good? Are you kidding me right
Why
now?
do you keep bringing in 11 billion?
I can't.
You bring in 11 billion because you like the number. That's why I say there's small
It's not the
brains in this
number.
world.
Do you know what
You're
11
like, he
billion
paid
is?
11 billion. I'm like, but was it 30%? Like, if everyone pays 13%, everyone pays across the board 13%. Done. Everyone pays 13%.
What's fair for Kanye West to pay? He's a billionaire.
Everyone pays 13%.
But he. Oh,
You're looking at a number.
You really think the middle
you like
class
a number? I'm saying percentage-wise.
You really think they pay 50%?
I didn't say 50%. 50% is way over top. Good morning, Miss Crypto Teen. She's such a sweet person.
I gotta agree with Hector on this, because I was gonna make this point anyway. All these laws are put in by the policymakers currently in fucking Congress. You're blaming Elon. No. Hold on. You're blaming Elon for paying according to the policies that are currently in place. It's crazy to even fucking talk about. These policies were put into place by Congress. So what is Elon doing wrong? $11 billion is not enough for you?
So why you go back to the number?
Because $11 billion, I'm going to take
so
away
you
the
keep
percentage.
saying 11 billion,
$11 billion is a lot of money.
A percentage.
Oh my God. Well, okay, let me ask you a question. Would it make you feel better if he was at 35%?
I'm not talking about Elon. I don't know why you're still on Elon. I keep saying
because you're like it's like oh my God, it's not enough. It's not.
I didn't say oh my God, it's not enough. I'm saying you keep trying to make me say I'm thinking about Elon. I'm not talking about Elon at all.
No.
You
because
Elon
my thing
as
is
example. I'm saying
all these billionaires have worked their asses off. They deserve it. They work their asses off. They deserve to get paid. Why are we like trying to take people's money away? People work their asses off their entire lives, and they finally. What do you think? They become instant billionaires?
Elon's dad was a fucking shyster and slender who's
I don't give a fuck about his dad.
That went in and stole diamonds out of African mines.
But that's not Elon. You're talking about his dad. He's nothing like his
dad. Hold on. That doesn't give him that he doesn't come over here with a little bit of that his dad's privilege.
What?
I mean, him and his dad don't talk. I get that.
Him and his dad don't talk. He hates his dad.
Elon even knows his dad is a piece of shit.
Exactly. So what's the point of bringing up his dad?
By the way, Elon actually, his brother is like also his stepbrother or uncle. It's confusing.
I don't care. It's not Elon. Yo, how's PayPal? You use it?
I try not to, and there's a different reason for that.
But I'm asking you a question. It's one of the first payment sources.
Yeah, run by a neo-Nazi named Peter Thiel. Get the fuck out of here.
God.
I'm not about that life.
Everything. Yo, if you were running shit, we wouldn't have companies.
If I was running shit, I would just no. I didn't say they shouldn't exist. It's saying I don't use them. Listen, I still don't get gas from Exxon because they supported apartheid. Because I don't give my money to people that I don't want to. That's just me. You can shop wherever you want. You are free to shop wherever you want. That's part of capitalism. Part of capitalism is I get to make a fucking choice just like you make a choice.
You are so wrong on this. You know
so
what?
Right.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. Once you become a billionaire, you'll stop talking like this. Because as soon as
I'm,
they start
whoa, whoa,
taking
whoa.
your money
I'm
out of your
out.
pocket,
David, you already know. You already know. I've got my number.
oh, so
I've
you're
got my
out.
goal. I'm out after
Oh, so
that.
you're out, right?
I learned from a billionaire.
Exactly.
I learned from a billionaire what to do and how to get out. That's what I've got. I'm learning. I'm not here forever. See, people that want to stick around and be billionaires, that's greed. I don't want it. I don't want it. I want to earn what I earn. I want to make enough to live off of, and I want to be gone. I want to be what's his name? I want to be like your homeboy there in Wyoming.
Who?
What's his name? Cardano out in Wyoming. Charles. I want to be like Charles. I want to get me a nice plot of land. I want to have me some toys, and then I want to do what I want to do. Fuck the rest.
Land. There you go. You want to get out of here. As soon as OMI, that stable coin, does something, you want to be out of here. So you'll avoid all the tax codes.
Hector, do you like sucking me off all day or just kind of?
Oh my God. Yo,
Do
can
you
we
like to ride
talk?
these nuts? Do you want to ride on
Oh
them?
my
Bounce
God.
on them? Hit your chin a little bit. All right.
Jesus Christ. I'm about to bring Hector on here.
Go ahead. But I don't really care. David, what I said was what I said. You should have a plan and you should be ready to get out. You should be ready to leave. You should be ready to take care of your family. Like most people, again, people that have that drive to be billionaires, look, that's what they want to do, fine. But a majority of folks, I humbly believe, pay their taxes, take care of their families, and just live a decent, good life. That's what most people want.
Akil, God bless you and the Socialist Party.
I'm not a socialist. That's a funny thing. You people think I'm a socialist because I said a legit thing that a Republican candidate said. Like I was literally quoting a Republican. I quoted a Republican.
You know, me and Hector don't agree a lot. Me and Hector are in spaces and we don't agree a lot. But Jesus Christ.
Don't. Oh, now he's pumping
Unbelievable.
himself up. That's what this is. He's got like 4 or 5 accounts.
Well, you went ahead and you kept on answering, Hector.
No,
You're
because
looking
it's
at the
fine.
comments. Yeah, instead of giving me a reason to why I'm wrong, you're looking into the comments and like you can't focus on the
David,
subject.
I've told you 5 times what I said is that number 1, I'm for fair share taxes based on a percentage. Number 1, that's what I'm for. Number 2, I believe that anyone who seeks to be a billionaire, let them go do what they need to. But I think if you seek to do that, you have to do things that are not always, you have to do some questionable things. And then number 3, at the end of the
Questionable things.
day,
It's
I believe
written in code.
everyone should be aiming to retire and live
It's
good lives.
There's a tax code.
And again,
People
I
go
think
and buy the tax code.
the tax code is too complicated.
Oh my,
You've got,
yo, every single thing that I point out, like you're like, oh well, it's too complicated. Well,
no, I'm not saying. I'm telling you what I believe. So what I'm for, look, I'm not telling you what I'm against. I'm not sitting here going, that's not going to work. I'm saying I care how some people feel.
you keep reading the comments. You're not,
Cab drivers. Look,
yo, I'm right here.
I'm right here. I just told you what I'm for and what I believe. You don't like it, and that's okay. But I'm not going to be mad at you.
No, it's not. I don't like it. I'm just trying to get the argument. I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm just trying to get your answer.
I gave you the answer, and now I'm wondering. Well, I gave you the answer. So what's the next thing?
Okay, let's go to.
Did I not give you the answer? What was it?
I am just saying to you that billionaires and people that are building phenomenal companies, the guys that have literally grinded away deserve to get paid. And we're looking into the pot, and we're in crypto. We're in the crypto industry where we're looking for a free market, and a lot of this shit is just like I'm scratching my head, like what the fuck.
But I just told, but David, if you've listened to me, I've told you before why I'm here. I'm here because this is the first time ever that minority groups will have a voice in how this is built.
So you agreed with me yesterday that there's no racism in crypto.
I told you why I was here. And yes,
Honestly, I ain't sweating what anybody's getting taxed. Like I ain't sitting here looking at, oh, he's getting this, or he's not paying that. Like, no, like 11 billion to me, that number
you keep talking about
alone.
the number, and all I'm
Yeah, yeah,
saying
because
is,
I don't get to finish.
go ahead.
I'm trying to talk about the number and why it means a lot to me, and I don't get to finish. $11 billion is a lot of money. $11 billion is a lot of money to go to the United States government. And it did. So what do we do with that $11 billion? Did we fix the potholes around here? We came out with some ridiculous we passed a ridiculous bill talking about, hey, we're going to go ahead and fix the potholes. Infrastructure bill, right? I haven't seen one pothole fixed.
Those are left to local governments. That's why.
Oh, there's always an excuse. There's
I
always
didn't
an
say,
excuse.
I didn't bring an excuse. I actually just told you what that's left to.
Wiping out student debt. Ready? Who pays for that?
Same people that pay for the billionaire tax cuts.
No, 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 no. Don't go into that. Who pays for
Same people who
no, no.
paid for the billionaire tax cuts.
No, you see, like that's a political argument. You sound
No,
like
that's
we
a true
sound like we're
statement.
in Congress.
The same people who paid for the tax cuts. So if you need to go read up who paid for the tax cuts,
You know what I'm asking? I understand what you're saying. You know what I'm asking though. Who
yes, the
pays for it?
American people will pay for it. But
The
it's not the
American
same.
people.
So
Ding,
that
ding, ding, ding. The
so
American
let
people,
so
the
so
people
so
who have. So hold on. Let me ask you this
so
question:
David,
Is it fair for somebody who went to college 10 years ago and paid off their entire loan has to now pay for somebody else's loan?
their tax rate isn't going up though.
But they're still paying for that loan, correct?
No,
No. Okay. All right.
because it was a government debt. The government had already paid
Who's
out that
paying for the
cash.
debt? Who's paying for
Nobody,
all this?
nobody's going to pay
Nobody.
for it.
Okay.
Like at
So
the end of the
nobody.
day,
Okay.
legitimately, the schools and the institutions already had gotten the money.
Um, Akil,
I'm
I love
listening.
you, I love you, my friend.
I love you too, bro. But
There's one thing
look.
that there's one
We
thing
don't
after the
agree.
all
Like I don't know how you can say it any other way.
we have people that are making $30,000 per year before taxes that are now going to pay taxes due to the fact that we are going to eliminate student loans.
No, they're not paying more.
They will be paying taxes on
No,
that.
they won't. They don't pay more.
We will be paying taxes on that.
Where no? So David, I want you to show me where they're gonna have a tax increase.
It's not here yet.
So then you're making it up.
No, I'm not. It's not here. Who do you think's
So
going to pay
you're
for all this stuff?
speculating. You're
The
speculating.
taxpayer. The
You
taxpayer
speculate,
pays
but
for all of these things. Period. That's not
David.
speculating. That's
So
fact.
how much? Okay, so let's just put it this way: we've given $35 billion to Ukraine for war efforts, which
For nothing. Why are we giving money to Ukraine? Why are
again
we?
we
Why are
gave
we giving
35.
money to Ukraine?
I'm making the argument that if you're willing to give $35 billion away for a war, you can give $11 billion away to help people so that they can start buying things.
We are giving free money to a country that does not give a shit about us.
Again, I'm not
We are
talking
leaving
about that.
Our veterans don't have the health care that they deserve. The ones that go overseas and come back with PTSD, come back into this
PTSD.
country suffering. Yes, suffering.
Yeah.
And all we give them is
I
a
work in an
fucking
industry
VA visit.
that supports it. So yeah,
We give them a VA visit.
it's more than that, but yeah, it's just
A VA
complicated.
visit. We don't give them funding. We don't give them access to real jobs. No. You know what there are? You know what we do for our vets? You know what we do for our vets that protect this country? We go ahead and put a special thing on an application that allows them to click to say, "Are you a disabled veteran?" And now people or companies, HR has to interview people that have clicked that button. Not that they're gonna get hired, they just have to interview them. But we're okay. We're okay. We're okay with going ahead and giving 50, 60 billion dollars to a foreign country. But we have alligator arms when it comes to our own people. So the money machine goes brrr for outsiders, but runs out of ink when it comes to our own. Mental health. Have we gone ahead and passed the bill for that one? Where people can go ahead and seek treatment? No, we
You know
haven't.
why? Do you know why,
There we
David?
go. Tell
Do
me
you know
why.
why?
Why? Because we sent all the money to Ukraine. That's why.
That's definitely not it. We weren't able to pass a mental health bill because you know what? Because most of the politicians that you all end up voting for in Congress in your little district who lie to you time after time after time use it as a political ploy to get you to vote for them time after time after time. If you passed something and they did something about it, what the fuck would they get to lie to you about?
Where are the mental health clinics?
I just told you they're not going to get built because guess why? Somebody's going to complain that they shouldn't be built in their neighborhood. And then someone's going to complain that it wasn't a good idea and that we shouldn't be spending money on these crazy people. And then somebody's going to complain that there's too many of them and they need to shut them down. David, it's a vicious cycle. We've seen this before. We went from having mental health clinics to having basically housing mental health people to then just isolating mental health people till they were sitting in their own feces to then shutting them down and then putting them out on the street. That's what happened.
Where are the workshops? Where are the workshops for the inner city people?
For crypto, you know what? Give it up
No,
to
forget just crypto. Where are all the where's all that Apple and Google money going to when they go ahead and make a donation? Why is it going to the middle class areas and why doesn't it go into the inner cities?
because that's
Like
who have
where I
access
grew
to
up. Where I grew up, Coney Island, I don't see no. I pass by Coney Island, I don't see not one.
David, I'm with you. So out of Baltimore here, I'm going to tell you the people who know how to write the pretty grant, the one that can get the money from Google and all those companies, the ones that can write those really pretty grants, the people who went to Harvard and Yale and have the friends at Google and Apple and all those companies, they get the grants and then they give pennies back out to those communities. Trust me, seen it 100 times. I'm with you. I believe that if you want to make real systemic changes in this world, you got to get money into the hands of the people that need it and not the people that know how to get it.
Just like they did with the PPP loans, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Why
they
the
got
fuck
it
did
into
Marjorie Taylor
yeah,
Greene
they
or
got
any
into the
politics?
hands of
Why
all
did
of it.
here we go. Why did Nancy
got-
Pelosi and Marjorie Taylor Greene
That's your girl.
family companies
That's your
both get
girl.
PPP loans? Because they knew they were coming and they're both fucking greedy. There's no
That's
difference
your
between
girl.
Marjorie Taylor Greene and Nancy Pelosi. They both are greedy as fuck and they're both need to be out of Congress.
You said get the money into the hands of the people that need it. Well, small businesses did not get shit, while Harvard, which is a fucking big business, got $9 million.
It's got an endowment where it doesn't need the money. They force them
But
to
they
take the
got
money.
$9
It's so
million.
dumb.
They got $9 million,
And
and
I
they had
just
to
told you
return
it
it.
was stupid. It was so stupid that they got the money.
And they had to return it because the crowd went crazy. That's the only reason why those son of a bitches returned it.
That was but they built it in like, here
And
you go.
still,
Why
if you went ahead,
but David,
still,
here's
if
the
you
crazy
went
part.
ahead,
Somebody in Congress said, oh, we should put in all these schools and give them money. And I was like, hold on. You guys thought that was a good idea? to write in Harvard? Like, oh, my alma mater could use some money. Like, what? Who thought that was a good idea? I want to know which legislator actually wrote that in there, because that is dumb. And this goes back to what I said yesterday. Your Congress is run by a bunch of 19-year-olds. It is.
Whose Congress is run by a bunch of 19-year-olds?
The United States Congress. Think about it. Who does all the background work to actually make these things happen? It's a bunch of young people.
I gotta say, like, if Akil was running the country, every single one of us who actually has a business, we'd be paying 90% taxes, and we'd
I
be
never
left with
said
10.
that. I never said that. I never said that. Never once said that.
Because $11 billion was not enough to go ahead and
Never
send
said,
in. It's the
again,
highest.
I said a
It's the
percentage. I
highest.
didn't.
The highest tax bill ever to be sent into the IRS, the United States government, has been Elon Musk at $11 billion. Still not good enough. Akil wanted at least 50 billion. And then somebody's going to say, well, he didn't pay taxes the other time. The other year before that, he didn't pay taxes. Yeah, dummy, because the year before that, he went ahead and overpaid on taxes. We're now we're literally like, hey, socialism is the cool thing. Like, that's the new cool thing, socialism.
What I just said was not socialism at all. I am not a socialist. I'm not a communist. I am none of those things above. I believe in American decency. I believe in being able to work through a process. But I'm not going to just be like, oh, this is the best thing ever, because the system fucking sucks. So guess what? Are we going to find a solution? Hey, look, I'm open ears. If you've got a better solution, present it. I love to hear it. All I'm saying at the end of the day is the system that we currently have blows. And until we at least figure out what can do better, make improvements upon it, that's kind of how the Constitution was written, is that you can make improvements on it. That's kind of like how the government's supposed to work, is you make improvements. You try different things out. If one thing don't work and it fails, you can come back and you can fix it. But the longer you sit around and you act like a little 6-year-old who didn't get his lolly, the worse off we're all going to be. I'm saying I'm open. I just shot out some ideas. If you don't like them, bring out better ones. Talk about how we can fix the entire system instead of just worrying about your cheap ass self.
What is the benefit of becoming a billionaire or working hard? Forget about a billionaire, working hard if you are going to be literally destroyed when it comes tax time. Because here's my thing to you, Akil. Hold on.
I keep saying,
Hold on.
what's the fix though?
When you have people that are creating millions of jobs, you're heat seeking them to go ahead and pay massive amount of taxes for doing things by the book. You're asking for people to fucking pay, people like Elon, like Jeff Bezos, you're asking them to pay more money because you feel they're not taxed enough. But the job creation that they've been able to go ahead and do isn't taken into account. So why the hell would I want to be here? And then you contradict yourself by saying, well, when I make money, I'm out. Which would mean that you're out of here and you're going to an island where you're not going to pay any taxes. And you're laughing because you know I'm right. So we're all Democrats.
Well, actually, I pay my taxes. I would pay my taxes.
We are all Democrats until we hit a different tax bracket. Then we
First off,
become
I was
something
Republican.
different.
I left the Republican Party because of Ted Cruz. I left the Republican Party because of Ted Cruz. And I did that in 2011. Government shutdown. Public record. So insult me if you think I'm a
Anyway,
Democrat because of that, but that's not true. Public record will show.
it's
I
11:03 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. My name is David Gokhshtein alongside Keel Patterson. This show is sponsored by Unstoppable Domains. This conversation is unstoppable and sometimes unbearable from a Keel side. But if you want an NFT domain name, go to Gokhshtein.com, Gokhshteinmedia.com. You can go actually to both and click on the link and get yourself an NFT domain name because you need one in your life. Also, stop by the Gokhshtein Media merch store. Get yourself a hoodie. Get yourself a hoodie.
Yo, I need you guys to sell. Yeah, I need to sell out on these. Sell out on these. Sell out on these, so we can watch David and Matt Wallace go at it.
Matt Wallace.
I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that battle, where you and Matt Wallace will be in the same room, having to have a conversation about his questionable antics in the industry.
I honestly don't want to be in any room that Matt Wallace is in.
Nor do I. That's why you're going.
I'm just shaking my head after the last conversation. So basically, in the last 3 days, I'm wrong for saying that we shouldn't have people that are obese modeling Calvin Klein wear, because it gives the image of being like this is healthy when it's not. And big corporations are seizing on it to tell you that it is good to be unhealthy. We've now learned that billionaires don't deserve any money.
I didn't say that.
Yo, you imagine with your thought process, billionaires would have to be on welfare.
I never said that.
Stay tuned to episode 64, where the topic
Two very important
billionaires
people in
will
my
need to
lives
be
are
on welfare.
billionaires, and I keep saying like I didn't say that. I think differently than them. I have the same arguments with them as I will with you, David. That's the great thing about what I can do, is that I could have the same argument with a billionaire that I have with you. We
But you need to have an
disagree,
argument.
but no, what I said. But at the end of the day, though, somewhere I've dropped just a little bit of thought in their head, and they come back and they go, you know what? I was thinking about what you said on this, and that's not a good idea. But how about what if we did this? And I go, that's an even better idea.
I like this. I like whoever's running the G Media account. I definitely like this. The next show, and everybody on Twitter Spaces, if you haven't made your way to YouTube
Oh
yet,
shit!
the next show, 64, is the breakdown number 64, episode 64, billionaires on welfare.
Hey David, let me tell you. You know why I just said oh shit too? I got a congressional hearing. I forgot I got to go to. I was like, oh shit. I was like, God damn. Don't worry. It's at 9:45. So I was but I was like, oh shit. I thought I was late.
Unreal.
Come
How do you
on.
feel about athletes? Do athletes also deserve to be taxed and give because they already get taxed by agents, they get taxed by branding, they get taxed by everybody. Then they get taxed by the government, and then they're left with $4. You also believe that
So
athletes should be taxed?
David, good. Thank you, David Gokhshtein, for bringing up a very crucial subject matter. Because athletes are taxed at a higher rate than anyone else. You know why?
Why?
They're taxed in every state that they play their sport in. Not just the state that they live in, but every state that they actually play a game in goes back and taxes them. So they get
Okay,
taxed more.
So why aren't you advocating for something like, hey, fair taxes on athletes?
I would, but guess what? I'm advocating because now they still make less than the billionaire. If you
Who
made a
happens to
billion,
who
if you
happens
made
to own the
$100 billion,
company?
you still make more than the
Who
athlete, and the athlete gets taxed at a higher rate. That's
so
why
the let me
I
ask you a
made a
question.
very broad statement that covers a lot more people. There's
So
a
owners are
there's
not allowed to make
1%
money?
billionaires.
Owners are
There's
not allowed
this
to
many
make money?
millionaires.
Owners are not allowed to make money?
I'm sorry, what did the owner do? And matter of fact, in the league, in the
Oh,
NBA,
oh, what did the
called
owner
owners in the
do?
NBA.
Hold on, what did the owners do?
Their owners are not called owners in the NBA. I was just letting it be
With,
known.
without the owners, there would be no where to play.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Really? Is that what you think?
Yeah.
I think you're wrong now. I think 50 years ago you might have had a point,
Think
but I
about
don't
how
think
many
today.
players can actually market themselves.
Again, I don't think
Who
50
does the
years
marketing
ago.
for who does the marketing for these
Hey,
players?
if Jerry Buss, if we're talking about Jerry Buss and Jerry Jones, you might have a point because those guys worked hard.
Don't
But
worry,
most
guys.
owners today don't really have to do anything because the fan base is already there, the
Billion
evaluations of the team's already there, the marketing's already there. Legit,
Who puts the marketing into place?
David, I just stated my case. I just told you. The owners of these teams, most of them are already rich. This is like a pastime playboy thing for them. That's just what this is. It becomes for them.
Unless
It's
you're an unless you're an elite athlete, okay? An elite athlete, you're going to have so much trouble marketing yourself. And yet they do that for you. The organizations market the players.
and
And by doing so,
I
players
just
can go
told
ahead
you
and get
that the
endorsements
organization.
outside of that.
Look, listen. Most of these athletes could market themselves before they even got to the NFL. Most of them could market themselves before they got to NBA. Their sister-in-laws who run a fucking YouTube channel could market these kids. That's why NLI deals, that's NIL, name, image, and likeness deals are exploding. That's why the quarterback from Miami literally reported that he left $5 billion on the table. So tell me, do they really need these teams to market them? Or could they go out, hire somebody like here at Gokhshtein Media? Hey, they could hire you, David, to market them, right?
Next episode, billionaires on welfare. Next episode, billionaires on welfare. Uh, to break it down, it'll be you're not allowed to go ahead and build a business, or you shouldn't, and you should reconsider because if you build something that's special, just remember, Akil Patterson wants to tax you 50% plus some, plus some, plus some. I said, Hector, I said that they would not have venues to play on, and I'm being told, well, yeah, I mean, like, yeah,
50 years ago. And matter of fact, they would still have venues to play on because you know who built those stadiums? Who built 80% of all
yeah,
stadiums, David?
the people who get taxed, and some of them are not
The
football fans or
people.
not hockey
The
fans.
people built it.
Half of
The
these people
people
don't.
paid for it.
Half of these people are not into sports. Half of
The
these people are not
people.
into sports.
The people paid for it.
Ain't nobody want to pay what is it, $4.3 billion for Buffalo's new stadium? Who the fuck wants to pay $4.3 billion for Buffalo's new stadium? People are
The
about to pay
people.
$4.3 billion for a new stadium in Buffalo.
Who gonna vote
I
for it?
guarantee you, if you go take a poll, just a sample, people be like, "What the fuck?" How about giving us UBI with incentives?
I don't. Again, you're going back to universal basic income. versus paying for a stadium.
Yeah, because
But the owners who are already billionaires, you don't want to pay. The billionaires
no,
shouldn't
because they
get
pay
taxed. The
taxes.
billionaires should get taxed on that shit.
Because they already pay taxes. They already pay taxes. And I'm done with the subject. Honestly, I'm done with it. Because like you just don't get it.
You don't get it, man.
Billionaires already pay enough taxes. They pay enough taxes.
But so now we all so Elon Musk could literally pay for the stadium himself.
No, just don't know.
They want taxpayers to pay for it.
Elon.
Jerry Jones could pay for the stadium himself, but they want the taxpayers to do it. You know what? This is why the Green Bay Packers don't have this discussion. You know why? Because the people own them. The people own the Green Bay Packers. 49% owned by the people. And they just allocated more shares this year. Did you know that, David?
Thank God I'm not. Thank God socialism has not hit yet.
What are you talking about? Hold on. The people decided that they were going to keep their Green Bay Packers in Green Bay forever.
Did the people also decide for inflation? Did the people also vote for inflation?
Hold on. So now you're going to inflation. I was talking about sports. I'm talking about sports. No, hey, the country is not a monolith. We're not monolithic. We're not singular, bro.
Yo, thank God.
Green Bay Packers, they're in Green Bay because the people wanted to keep their team. They wanted to keep it there permanently. So they found a method that worked for them. And that method keeps the team in Green Bay forever. And then the people decide if they're going to build a new stadium or if they're not. But this is the important thing we have to remember is that there are other people making decisions for what's right for their communities. Does that sound reasonable to you, David? Is that where you live, you should have some level of control about what's best for you? I mean, some level, as long as it doesn't violate the Constitution.
Do you think there's a level of control? Oh my God.
Yeah. They can never sell the team. It keeps the team there forever.
Oh my
God.
Forever.
Hey, Hector, you don't know sports. Stop trying. Like, you're really bad at this.
But he knows economics.
You're really bad at this.
He knows economics, though. He doesn't have to know sports.
He doesn't know sports. He doesn't understand the functionality and the makeup of how that nonprofit works. Because guess what? It is a profitable industry. It is a for-profit. It does have a managing partner. That's kind of how it's set up, is so that they can't leave and that the people decide that what really happens with that team, not one individual. Because the fans build the industry.
Do you understand?
Without the fans, there is no NFL.
Do you know how many people have left New York? Do you know how many billionaires have left New York?
They still own condos, so it doesn't matter.
No, I'm asking you. Do you know how many left New York?
Do you?
They continue to leave. People continue to leave New York, and they are leaving to Florida. They are leaving to Texas. Do you know why?
I don't know. I know some that moved to California.
Do you know why people are moving? Nobody wouldn't go from New York to California because ain't nobody. California and New York.
Really? I definitely know that to be untrue. But
okay. You have one person that moved to California. Congratulations.
Definitely, I definitely know what you're saying to be untrue.
More people are leaving. Even the middle class are leaving New York because of the taxes. Because of your whole fair share program.
What fair share program?
Meaning, be fair and tax the hell out of people making money and actually grinding away to go ahead and be successful.
Hold on. So hold on. So a guy making 60 grand don't grind? A guy making 80 grand don't grind? You know what? I'm going to tell you, go over to shipping yards in New York, all right? Go over to those dock workers who got to unload those crates and go tell them they don't grind. Go to Pittsburgh, go into a steel mill, or go into a coal mine in West Virginia and tell me those guys making $50,000, $45,000 a year don't grind. Tell me they don't grind. Tell me they're not working double, triple shifts to make ends meet for their family. Go tell me that they don't grind.
Please. And how much taxes are they paying?
Tell me.
Please and how much taxes?
And most of them pay 30% or more because they can't afford some fancy lawyer.
They pay like 22%.
They can't afford no fancy lawyer to get them down to 13%.
They go ahead and pay 13 to 22% on taxes.
You know what I saw during the pandemic?
So
I
hold
saw
on.
people going,
And
I need to
basically,
get
you're
my
going to
nails done.
hold on. So
tell
you
me
want to
that
go
little,
ahead
tell
and
me the lady who does your little pedicure doesn't grind.
so you
Tell me that
basically
those
want.
people who open up those little mom and pop shops on the corner so you can get your little barista cappuccino frappe latte. Shout outs to Jess, who's going to be doing that tomorrow on Crypto and Crack. Tell me those people don't grind.
So you want the people.
I'm just saying,
By the
man.
way, 13 to
I'm
22.
not saying
Hold
that
on, hold on.
somebody.
Can I speak?
Go ahead.
Thanks. 13 to 22%, the grinders that you're talking about that are working at the shipping yards. Fair. But you want to penalize the guy who isn't working at the shipping yard that worked his way to making over $1 million per year. You want to penalize that guy for doing that.
I didn't say penalize them, just fair
You
share.
do. You want fair share. So you want them at 50%.
I didn't say 50%. I said we
Because
got to figure.
well, no, but I just gave it
I
to you.
continuously said, first off, I never said 50%. The best
Are
thing
you
I could
ready?
come up with Herman Cain's was 999 plan.
I can break it down to you. The higher you go in bracket, the more taxes you pay.
No, the more you'll pay it based off, but I'm saying percentage-wise, you end up paying less.
Percentage-wise, I'm talking about percentage-wise. Would you like me to break it down?
You pay less. Most of them are paying around 13% aggregate.
Would you like me to break it down? Would you like me to break it down for
you? Are you going to bring it up? Are you going to bring it up? Bring it up. Go ahead, bring it up.
There you go.
Bring it up. Bring it up. This is where David's going to bring me, he's going to show me the numbers. And then if I'm wrong, I will then humbly say, I guess I was wrong. I guess I was looking at something else last year. I'm going to be that guy because guess what? I have values. I have morals. I'm not scared to be like wrong. I like to be wrong because guess what? It means I learned. I'm not a tool bag like some folks. Because you definitely know that some people are tool bags.
Ready?
I want 420.69%.
Ready? Are you ready, Akil? You want to look at numbers?
I don't need your education, little monkeys. Go ahead.
What do you see there, man?
What are you looking? What are you showing me?
I'm showing you percents.
No. What are you showing me? Just show me. Like, hold on.
Go through the whole thing.
Can you go up? No, go to the very top. Go to the very top so I can see what that says.
New York State.
Okay. Here we go.
New York single and married filing separately. Ready?
Taxes.
Look, 4% if you make under 8,500.
But this is statewide.
Hold on, we're gonna get to everything. We're gonna get to federal.
Okay.
We'll get to federal.
All right, I'm watching. 10%
to 4%, right? Fair, right, for state, right? And
the
a lot of states
shouldn't even be taxed, but okay.
They shouldn't
taxing
be taxed.
Somebody who makes 11,000. Look at this. You've got people in here that make under $20,000, David.
Hold on.
That is sad. That's sad. Okay, now show me the federal.
Hold on, I will. Hold on 1 second.
Because that's sad. That's sad that we're looking at people that make under $20,000.
$3,500. They're paying $340 in taxes.
No, dude. Percentage wise, that's look. You make $13,000.
No. You said that. Then you said millionaires are not being taxed. You said it.
I didn't say that. I said I want everybody. So 10%. You're still. 10%.
So this is not even fair.
10%. Keep going.
Okay, we're gonna get down to it. Ready?
Where's the Fed?
Hold on, I'm gonna get to federal. Hold on. That's just state.
It's not on there.
Hold on 1 second. Give me a second.
Because some states don't have income
we just
tax.
looked through state. We just through state. We just looked, right?
Hey, you looked at one state. Guess
Hold
what?
on.
Moved to Oregon.
No, you can't say we just. You can't say we just looked at one state. Hold on.
We looked at one state, New York. You didn't look at. So you can move to Wisconsin. You can move to
Are you ready?
Wyoming. You
Here
can
we
move to
go. Hold
Oregon
on. Hold on.
or
Ready?
Florida or Texas.
Are you ready?
Let me see. Let me see the federal
I'm getting there. Hold on. So now you have
tax
this is
brackets.
federal. See federal? You see federal, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
These are tax brackets. Yes.
Look at that.
No, David. So let me
Hold on. No,
look
no,
at
no.
it.
Don't say David. What is that?
It says these are the tax bracket rates, but then this does not show me what I just told you is
Oh
that
my God.
most
Never mind.
people
We're
that are
done.
making
We're
over
done.
that percentage,
We're done.
show me
We're
the
done.
data that says
We're done.
this is what they should be
I'm
paying.
taking over.
Most of them pay less than 13%.
Okay. Are you? You're delusional. You are delusional. So combine it in New York State.
Elon
Let me
Musk
tell
didn't
you
pay
this now.
37% in taxes. If Elon Musk paid 37% in taxes and he made $200 billion last year, what does that mean?
See, you don't even know how to calculate. That's what it means.
If he paid
He's
30% in
paying
taxes
taxes.
and
He's paying
if he paid
Keel. He's paying taxes. He's not. Oh my God! You really don't know. You really don't even know.
no, tell me,
He's not
David,
getting
tell me,
hit up on the 200. He has
tell
to
me,
take money out of those stocks.
tell me,
You're
tell
you're,
me,
you're just saying,
just tell
oh,
me.
he has to pay. He has 200. You're going based on his net worth.
So no, I
He didn't
said
make 200
if
billion dollars. He doesn't make 200 billion dollars every year.
but he made it last year.
No, he didn't.
How much did he made? He made what? He made what? 198 billion?
No, he might have made like 20 billion. You're off on this completely.
I'm looking it up. Hold on.
You look up what? You're looking up his net worth.
I didn't bring up his net worth. I want to like how much did he make in 2020?
Akil, you don't understand how taxes work.
I asked you a
Just
question.
because
How
his
much did
net
he make?
worth, just because his net worth is $200 million,
So how much did he
doesn't mean
how
he
much did he
pays
actually
two hundred
how much did
thousand.
he
He
make?
doesn't make. Hold on, I'm trying to explain something to you. Just because he makes that's just because his net worth is $200 billion doesn't mean that every single year he's paying taxes on his net worth. What is happening here?
I asked you. I just said how much did he make in
You didn't
2020?
say that. You didn't say that.
I just said it. You're not even
Just
listening.
now,
I just
just
said
now
how
after you
much did he
trip.
actually
Just
make
now
in
after you trip,
2020? How much did he
bro.
make?
Bro,
How
I
much
just
did he
told
make in
you.
2020?
I just told you, man.
How much did he make in 2020? Not
I
of
just
his
told you.
net worth and we're not counting property. How much did he make? Because that's a portion of it.
I just told
Taxes are a
you.
lot more complicated than what
I
we're
just told
making out
you.
to be.
I
Yes.
just told you. I
No,
told you exactly what
how
it is.
much? How much?
I just showed it to you. It's up on the screen.
I just asked you how much did Elon Musk make?
I don't know. I'm not his accountant.
So there lies the
But he
question.
didn't make 200 million. He didn't make $200 billion last year.
But guess what? How do we know?
Oh my. So you're saying Elon Musk is worth you're saying that he's worth
I didn't
$800
say that.
billion
I
dollars?
said if he made 200 billion last year. If he made. Now, do I know how much he made? No. I was just coming up with a number for that year.
Oh
And
my.
then guess what? If he makes zero the next year, then guess what? What the fuck he gonna pay on taxes?
It's a useless
Nothing.
argument. It's obviously a useless argument because you don't get it.
Cool. I'm good with it.
No, because you don't get it.
It's cool. Sure.
By the way, Spaces went out. I have no clue why it rugged,
I don't know. But
but Spaces
I'm
went
gonna be
out.
very but David and I are not getting a divorce. We are not getting
Akil,
a divorce.
he basically that 11 billion. That 11 billion.
Hey, and I tell you what, Hector, get off of my nuts. Seriously, do you have a life outside of us? I love that you're on the show, loving your comments though. I love it. I love it. I
Uh,
love it.
so,
Hey,
like, let
Hector,
me
you know
explain
what you
something to
need?
you.
You need a life. Do
Akil,
you spend time with your
Akil, can I?
children, Hector? Hector, do you spend time with kids?
Hold on,
What's
guys,
up?
hold on. Akil, if somebody makes
Yes.
$20 billion in a year, let's say Elon Musk made $20 billion, he's being charged.
Okay, and he's paying. Okay.
And he was in Cali. Remember, he was in Cali.
Okay.
He's being charged 37% from the government
Okay.
plus whatever the state tax is in California. I don't know it. In New York, it's 10. I don't know what it is in California. So let's
Okay.
say if it's 10, that's 47 now. Let's say minus any credits that he gets,
Okay.
minus because he has like 30,000 children. So minus the credits for the kid and all that shit that goes into it,
I think you'll get. Yeah.
he gets to $11 billion. Hypothetically speaking. I mean, this is a hypothetical.
So, in hypothetical, if that's the
It's all
number you're going
hypothetical.
off of, if you
So
are
basically,
going off,
he is basically getting charged almost
if
40,
if
40 to 50%
if that is
on
what
his
if
income.
that's the number we're going off of, if that is, then guess what? He's paying his share and moving on. But if not, he's not. And most people are saying that they pay about 13%.
Which after write-offs, after whatever it is, people will pay 13%, which is not a bad tax.
But yet the guy who's
You're
grinding it
asking for a
out in the
billionaire.
coal mine still pays 30.
No, that's not true. That is absolutely not true that a coal miner is paying more than somebody like Elon Musk. It's not true. It's not true. And Vanessa is right, by the way, because I was
Yes,
getting
she
to that.
is. Yes, she
She's
is. She's right.
100% right.
Yeah, Vanessa's actually right. Like she read it, I was like, that's actually good. Vanessa puts up a reasonable, rational, logical explanation that actually makes valid sense.
But that's I've
And
been trying to explain to you in rational
see, look,
terms.
you see how easy Vanessa did it?
But no, but you didn't understand it the first time.
No, you just weren't making a rational case. Vanessa did.
Half the people understood what I was saying.
No, because half the people are also crazy like you. Vanessa put it into a
How am I
rational,
crazy? I'm telling you,
logical, very simple,
we have
and
this guy saying
beautiful.
I'm defending billionaires. I'm not defending
Vanessa,
billionaires. I
congratulations.
am. You know what I'm doing? I'm saying that if you work your ass off, you deserve to go ahead and get paid. You know why? Because if a motherfucker in this chat was a billionaire, they would not be speaking out against billionaires. The motherfuckers' asses wouldn't be on this show right now, or tuning in or listening. They'd be on an island.
Actually, he is tuning in. He thinks it's funny.
No, I'm not. I'm not talking about Hector. I'm saying in general, like
You said if a
billionaires.
billionaire was on this, I was like, he's watching. He thinks
No,
it's funny.
I'm just saying in general. At the end of the day, like I'm not against anybody making money. This is the reason why America is a great country. It gives
I'm
you the
not against
opportunity
people
to
making
make
money
money.
either. I just think that there's a limit. There's a limit to your craziness. There's got to be a limit
There's no
before it hurts
limit.
people.
No, there's no limit.
All
It's
right,
not
Gordon Gecko.
crazy. It's not. It's not crazy. You just want to tax people for no reason.
It's cool,
You want
Gordon.
to tax people that are actually doing things and not being lazy and being successful. You want to tax those people and give them unfair
Hold on.
brackets.
No, okay,
You
okay.
want them to
First,
pay
stop that
90%
bullshit.
taxes.
So now everyone else is lazy if they're not a billionaire.
No. You want specifically to target billionaires because you feel like they make too
But
much
you
money.
think the
And like
rest
you
of the
said in the
world is
beginning,
lazy.
and like you said in the beginning,
You
you
think?
said
Do you think the
no.
rest of the world is lazy because they're not
You just said
billionaires?
in the beginning. You just said in the beginning that you literally said in the beginning. I honestly am so worn out from trying to debate with you something that is literally in concrete.
I
The breakdown, episode 63. We were going to talk about Ripple and how it can save the industry.
instead we're here.
Hector, go ahead. Hector, you could come on. I have 6 minutes. before we close out the show. You are more than welcome to come on live.
Oh yeah, yeah. Turn on that camera, Hector. Turn it on.
You have to have a camera ready to go. But I was still going to, first of all, give a shout out to the XRP Army that has literally stood their ground. They have not faltered. They have stood their ground and supported Ripple through everything. Ripple has not gone nowhere. Stood their ground.
This thing
And so
starting
have
now?
the people, the entire community. And they are just months away from finally getting that decision that Ripple is not, or excuse me, XRP will probably not be deemed as a security. Are you sending Hector the link?
Did he DM me? Does Hector know he has
Hector,
to? Hector actually has to DM me to let me know this. So I was like, how did he DM me? Yeah, he didn't DM me. I'll send Hector the link. No biggie. Yeah, he's supposed to DM me, but I'll send it to him. No problem. There you go. All right.
XRP to 589.
I'm telling everybody now, though, I do have to go in a little bit because I literally do have to get to a
Uh-oh.
hearing.
Uh-oh.
I
Uh-oh.
gotta get to a.
Where's Hector? Where's Hector?
I
Hector, come
send
on
Hector
here with
the
the
link.
camera.
I send Hector the link. He better have his camera on.
So, folks, hopefully you've learned something today. And that is, Akil Patterson would like to go ahead and tax your millionaire friends. I don't agree with Hector on a lot of stuff. That doesn't mean that he's not an intelligent cat. I always give Hector his flowers for being an intelligent cat. He won't ever go ahead and say I'll take an L even when he's in the L position, but it is what it is. Your mic's not working. Uh-oh. The man himself. Yo, Hector, what's going on, bro?
What's up?
Thank you for joining the breakdown, episode 63. We were supposed to talk about Ripple, but obviously, Akil Patterson wants us to go ahead and see billionaires taxed at 92% rates. What are your thoughts on that, Hector?
It's clear that Akil just learned today what the tax code is. So it's I don't understand where he believes that there's this thing called billionaire tax cuts. There's just one tax code for all, and if you fit within any sort of benefit, then you get that benefit. So anyone has the same access. I don't understand why it's a billionaire thing. There is no provision for exactly billionaires, unless you can point to it and tell us what that is. It doesn't exist. Yeah, it's just interesting to say people should be equitable. Yet then this you kind of went against the New York tax code where people under 20,000 should not be taxed, but you're advocating for the 999 plan, which is everyone should be taxed at 9%. So I don't understand.
So under 20,000, you can't survive in any
That's your
market.
stipulation now. You didn't say that before.
That's
Everyone should be
like,
taxed. And if you did that, if you said
20,000.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is under 20,000 in any state is like that's just surviving on that when even if you're having a and I'm talking about low income, you're talking about rent at almost $800 a month, utilities, and a cell phone because nobody really has landlines that often anymore. I'm just saying 20,000 is a pretty bad number to live off of if you have state taxes. If you don't have state taxes, you might be able to swing a federal tax rate of about 9 to 8%. But if you've got local taxes on top of it, you just can't really survive. And again, Hector, I don't disagree. The tax code is a lot more complicated than we've tried to make it out to be today. Part of this is educational purposes. The other part is that I do ham it up. I will ham it up. I will give you the worst case scenario because why? You got to think of the worst case scenarios. What are you taking pictures of me and Hector on the same screen at the same time, David? Get yourself a fucking life. Look at you.
I'm screenshotting this shit.
But the tax code is a lot more complicated than we give it up, and it shouldn't be. That's what my point is that a tax code should.
But the thing is,
go ahead.
What you're advocating for is wrong. Is that you're saying if you're advocating for 999, which means equal taxation for everyone on different aspects of tax, so like personal tax, real estate tax, all that stuff. You're saying equal tax around them, but 40% of all tax revenue from the federal income comes from the top 1% of earners. So if you did that, if you put them from roughly 37.5 tax to 9%, that's an effective tax loss for the government. So less programs for everything else. So how would you ever be able to?
Doesn't most of it come from the top 10%?
No, the top 10% make up 71%. But out of that 71,
which range between about. So we're saying that people that range from and I'll be saying people that range from $100 million a year to right around 125,000 a year pay a majority of the taxes in this country. So it's really roughly about 10% that pays the majority of the taxes in this country. And 125,000, if you really thought it was a lot of money, folks, it really isn't. It's more like it's a living wage for most folks to have a house, 2 cars, and 2 kids. I mean, the 125,000.
Right. So then what you're advocating for does not help for social programs. You're saying 999 tax. So those people who are paying 10% are paying the 90% of the tax share, which is 10% of the population. They will now pay only 9% instead of the average tax of about 37.5%, which means you would have a net loss of about 25%. So you have less money to create social
tax plan. So my comment with the 999 tax plan was in reference that Herman Cain, the Republican candidate in, I think he was 2012, just to make linear connection.
You're both on a Solana phone. I got to tell you, you're both on a Solana phone. That's all I know, and that is fact. There's no argument here. You're somewhere like your connection is horrific. Hector's still got like 5 green bars. You got the 4, or you got the 3 yellow bars, looking like straight up Solana.
By the way, if you advocate for it, like it's still not going to work. It's still not going to work. Like you need to, you are admitting that 90% of the population pay collectively 30% of all federal income tax. So, but you're saying that the people who are making the most money should pay more tax, which is not an equitable tax that you're claiming to have. It's an inequitable tax. So that means you're wanting them to pay the share that those people are not paying. So I don't understand the argument.
He doesn't either, and that's why he left. Because obviously there is no argument. It's like
there should be some sort of. Go ahead.
You're on delay, so I don't know why. I'm not trying to work through it, but to me, there's like why. Here's my argument: why would you tax? Why would we tax people at 90% or the way that Akil wants it at 90%, 80%? The people that are actually going out there like Musk and like Bezos that are trying to create shit. They are creating jobs. They're giving people jobs. It's crazy. Like I'm sitting back here listening to these conversations. Like $11 billion wasn't enough.
Well, $11 billion. the argument with the stadium, right? Like people pay the stadium, but people also get jobs for the stadium. It also creates economic activity around the stadium. People leave the stadium, go out to eat after the game. They create
I agree.
waitress jobs. They create they create people who are selling merchandise. There's all this stuff that surrounds the stadium. So yes, there may be an instance where the taxpayer's paying, but it's a fixture in the economy in that local area. So without the stadium, you don't have people going downtown. You don't have people going to the games. You don't have people going to the bars after the game, right? Like that all is what creates money. And to think that, like, I don't understand this, like the whole argument of like athletes when he spoke about like athletes are the ones generating the money, or Jeff Bezos only hires 75 people. Like that's totally like kind of reckless to say that that's the case.
Because he's saying that the 75 people that he hired, those 75 people hired the 1.6 million employees that currently work for Amazon. And that's like, bro, like, what are you talking about? Like, this dude built a company. He built the company and allowed for people to have a place of work. Like, that's a great thing. Why should somebody be penalized for that? And your argument about Buffalo Stadium, great. You know what? It's not just for football games. It's going to be for concerts. It's going to be for everything. All these events. Yeah, wherever they built that stadium, anything surrounding within 15 to 20 miles is going to benefit. Might be a pizza store that pops up. Might be a bagel store that pops up. I don't know, but it's going to go ahead and rejuvenate the economy. Just like I talked about Long Island City, when Amazon was supposed to be put here and it was voted for it to be put here. AOC came out, said, no, not gonna have it. We don't want to create 32,000 jobs. Forget about just
Exactly.
32,000 jobs. You would have had more than that, just the same way you just went ahead and preached about the stadium.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. That's a thing. And people just come off and say that billionaires and rich people aren't paying tax, but the actual fact is they are paying an unequal amount of tax in terms of total revenue from the government, but like the government generates. So you can believe what you like, but it's just not factual, and it just creates these narratives that people like to hold on to because it kind of gives them some sort of an assurance that, hey, it's not my fault, it's the man's fault. It's someone that's putting their finger on me that's not allowing me to do what I need to do. But it's just reality. It's like, we are all paying tax, and the only way to avoid tax is to not pay tax. And if you don't pay your tax, you're doing something illegal in this country. And people, like, that's what they're alluding to is like, oh, these rich people are not paying tax. They're paying their fair share because what? They're either doing criminal activity, so they're avoiding the tax, or they're doing things that the tax code is setting them up to do, which there's no billionaire provision. It's all about incentivization for business. That's why, like Akil said earlier, that Elon should thank the U.S. government. Well, yeah, the U.S. government said we will give money, we will give grants, we will give basically these credits to anyone who's willing to create a company that does green energy. And Elon's like, hey, I will do it. So he did it. The government literally laid it out for him and said, this is how you can make some money. Figure it out.
And
like,
you know what's crazy?
Say, hey, just give me the money. It was a scam.
He doesn't get credit for this either. Elon didn't just build Tesla. He built an infrastructure. Like, and nobody talks about this. He built an infrastructure for electric cars. Like, literally built infrastructure.
His cars are shit, though. Whatever.
Fine. Call him shit.
His cars are kind
That's
of
fine. And honestly, his patents are out there for free. And he's said it so many times. He's like, if somebody can build something better, God bless. Because as long as it goes towards saving the planet, I'm all for it. That's exactly what he stated. So if it happens to be Audi or Volkswagen or just a Volkswagen brand, or it happens to be GM or whoever that were to go ahead and overtake Tesla, I think he's fine with it, because anyway, they would come get components from him. I think ultimately Tesla's going to become an energy company.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's the play. They don't care so much. They care, obviously they're making cars, but that's why they've open sourced a lot of their tech, is to allow the people to build on top of it so they can sell the underlying of like the energy part. But yeah, that's all it is. If you think people are avoiding tax who are rich because they're rich and they can't be accessed by the government, that's not true, because we've seen rich people go to jail when they do things that are bad. Bernie Madoff is a great example. So That's not the case. Then people, it's some weird claim that there's just some inaccessibility for people who are average. The reason it's inaccessible to the average, the reason it's because the average are just workers, not because the average are creating jobs. If you're creating jobs, you'll have the ability to write off stuff. You have the ability to be part of this this way to minimize your tax. So that's just.
I guess since you're on the show and you had the balls to turn on your camera and come on, when are you leaving BSV? It's really
Never.
a question. It's a pending question. Yo, you know what? I don't understand why you're in BSV.
BSV is the Bitcoin that allows everyone to do everything when it comes to a global scale. That's it. If you want to have casino coin, digital rock, whatever the new narrative is, by all means, have it. It's fun. You can speculate on when it goes up, when Jerome Powell opens his mouth and it goes down. Like, that's the fun part, I guess. But if you want to be able to build something that allows for true internet money around the world, you need a scalable blockchain for that. And the only scalable blockchain that allows this to happen today is BSV. That's it.
This show is powered by Unstoppable Domains. Go to gokhshteinmedia.com, click the link. Sponsored by Unstoppable Domains. These conversations are unstoppable because Akil has been reckless today, and I'm happy. I can't believe this. I feel like this is like if anybody's ever watched wrestling, this feels like when you have to go ahead and tag team with, like, I wouldn't say Hector's my enemy, but like tag team with a person that you're not into. And I don't even want to say that about Hector either. But like, it's like when Macho Man is a bad guy and he tag teams with Hogan.
I don't hate Hector, and actually, I'm in my hearing right now too.
I'm talking about me and Hector. I ain't talking about you.
I just said I don't hate anybody. Well,
I'm just saying that. I'm saying I can't even believe, like, me and Hector, we hardly like agree on points, but here, I would say for the past 2 weeks, it's I've thrown up multiple times. I've been with Hector here, and on this one especially. You want to put a 90% tax on rich people. You like socialism. You want to print more money for Ukraine.
I didn't say. You know what, David? Don't say that. Don't say that. You keep making things up.
It's the bear market. You guys have sobered up and understanding reality as to what it is, rather than.
Oh my! Yeah, you see,
virtual computer coins go up.
You see, there we go. Hector can't go. Even if he makes a good point, he has to go ahead and make me throw the water bottle, bro. Just threw it out on my TV. Hector, always a pleasure to speak to you. Always a pleasure. And maybe we'll have you on next week.
It's not what it used to be.
I ain't worried about none of these. I ain't worried about none of these hoes up on this stage right now. I'm just gonna let that be known. I ain't worried about these hoes. These hoes ain't loyal. They gonna switch to the next coin, the next big thing when it comes out. These hoes ain't loyal. I ain't worried about them.
Anyway, we will have, maybe Hector will be a guest on our show, a recurring guest, and we'll talk about why Bitcoin is better. The real Bitcoin, which is BTC, is better than BSV, and we'll have those discussions.
Yeah, just make sure to put your Bitcoin in like a cold wallet that's hard for you to access because you might be selling on the show live. So we don't want that to happen.
Hector, as always, I hope you have a great weekend. Always a pleasure, bro.
It's big, guys.
He had the balls to come on here. That's why I like him. He had the balls to come on here. He didn't run. He didn't run. He didn't run away. He didn't run away for 10 minutes.
No, I didn't run. I'm good.
We take care of everyone, even when we are pushed to our limits. This is true through the events of the last.
What is that? What am I listening to?
I told you I had a hearing to get over to, and it's on in the background.
Well, we have we have 8 minutes to go, and I would like to just say, at the end of the day, Akil, it's okay. Like, first of all, I love you, and I'll tell that to the entire crowd. I love you, bro. You know that.
I love
But
you
you
too,
are
man. We don't
definitely.
always agree, but that's what friends do. They argue and then they go, "All right, man, we're good."
I just feel like you honestly, like Hector made valid points. I made valid, like a ton of people, 90% were making valid points, and you just weren't hearing us.
You all were making valid points. All I did was counteract your valid points with what the lived experience of some people are. It's not always the same. Not everybody's experience is the same. I come from a different place, and that's why I said people making under 20 grand. What the fuck is that? Like it's
Listen, I
crazy that someone under 20 grand gets taxed at all. Like that
listen.
ain't nothing.
If you're gonna tax, it can be. First of all, I feel bad for the grinder who never got the opportunity. Like, don't get it twisted. I feel bad for them, but the grinders are not getting taxed 30%. They're not getting taxed 40%. Okay, if they get taxed 13%, yeah, they're a part. They live in America. Unfortunately, we all get taxed. We all get taxed. Don't use TurboTax. Go to a CPA.
But
That's
if
what
you're making
CPA.
8 grand a year, what do you need a CPA for? You like there's a
But
tax bracket for
hold
eight
on.
grand.
But you're only getting taxed $340.
But David, if you're only making 8 grand, $340 is like a lot of fucking money.
You're also getting a lot of public assistance. Let's not let's not get away from, oh, I'm only getting
So public
$8,400.
assistance. Listen, public assistance still means you got to pay something. Even in most
You do
government
not.
housing, you have to pay
No,
something.
government assistance. So basically, what do they have? Apartments. They get apartments.
Yeah, but most
You know
of
how
the
much
time
they're
they have
paying?
to pay. They do pay
Do you know how
rent.
much they're
It's
paying
just
for it?
it's like
You know how much
fifty
the rent
bucks a
is?
month, but they make them pay something.
It's nothing. It's $50 a month.
David, to you it's nothing. To somebody else, that's a lot of money.
It's $50, Akil. People are
David, I'm
paying.
telling
You,
you, the
Akil,
caste assistance programs that they're even
that,
on.
I'm telling you, welfare is the
You know
worst
what?
thing in the world.
Welfare is a poverty loop. 100%. Welfare is a poverty loop.
Well,
I will agree with that.
welfare is the worst thing that's ever happened because it allows people to become lazy and set in their ways and believe that they do not have an opportunity to be successful, and they stay on it. And all they do is complain. When there is so much out here, there is so much opportunity out here to better your life. You
You
cannot tell
complain
me
because you
that
don't know it's out there. If you don't know
Akil,
it's out there, you complain.
Immigrants come to this country. Immigrants come to this country with $40. My parents came here with $34. $34. Working like 4 jobs, 5 jobs. Akil, there's excuses, and then there's actually getting up and doing something. And if you think it was easy for a Jewish person to just ride up in somewhere and get a job, you are severely mistaken.
I didn't say that. What I said was it is always difficult for people in low income brackets to come out. The data is proven time and time again. Statistically, you get about 1 to about 3% that can work their way out of poverty. Everyone else stays there. It is a vicious cycle. There's no boom and that's alpha. Poor people in this country have a very difficult time getting out of poverty. It is a vicious cycle. It is known around the world. It ain't fucking news. It ain't magic. You can't say everyone's lazy because they just didn't get it done. It's literally because poverty is a vicious cycle. Don't say Jewish people own this country. They don't. That's stupid. That's a perception.
But you
But
see,
poverty
you
is a
see that
vicious cycle.
see that
Poverty
comment
is a
alone?
vicious cycle.
First of all, I want to answer you on that. Poor is a mindset. So you have a poor mindset. The opportunities are out there. You just have a poor
Poverty.
mindset.
I said poverty.
Akil, if you want to get out of poverty, you can do it. Do not tell me that you're born in this country, You get to learn. First of all, you understand the English language. You've gone to school here. Yet somebody coming over from a different country who doesn't know a lick of English has more of an opportunity than you. No, 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 no. You know what it's called? You know what it's called, Akil? I'm gonna tell you what it's called. Because they're coming from a country where literally they have been living by a train station that goes by every 15 minutes. Homeless. They come over to this country and they grind away. They give 100% effort. You know what they do? They get off the couch and they work and they grind. And that's why you have people in their current positions. Look at Microsoft.
Poverty
India.
is a vicious cycle. No, David. Poverty is a vicious cycle.
We have India. We have Indians that come from India, okay? That come over to this country. They get made fun of all the time.
And they are not, but they are in a class system. In order for them to get here, they are part of a class system in India.
They are brown-skinned
you want to use it?
They are brown-skinned people.
There's a class system in India.
Hold on.
There's people that can't get out of. Listen, there are people in India who will never see a car because they are treated like slaves.
They are working. They are working nonstop. They come here with no money. They are working nonstop. They're driving cabs. They're borrowing cabs. They're paying rent on the cab. Then they're living with like 15 people in the goddamn apartment. But they're working. And that's why they end up, because of their effort and the determination and consistency, they end up running companies like Google, end up running companies like Microsoft.
Those are not the people running those companies. Those are
ask
not.
Them where their family.
Those are not the people running the companies. The guys who had the cab, who slept in an apartment with 7 other people, they're not the ones running Microsoft. But I tell you what, David, I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to give you a real example. I'm going to give you a real example.
Ask the CEO of Uber. Ask the CEO of Uber where he came from. 3 Indians, CEOs of major companies. And I even list everybody else.
And guess what? They all went to they all got student visas. They went to university here. Don't give me that, David. They did not come from that poor. They came from a different class system over in India to here that put them in the lowest tier, but they were able to get here because they were able to get some baseline in their country. That is something very different. There is nuances to all this. I will tell you this. So come on the show, Shahram. If you want to come over here and talk, tell me about your class system. I want you to come on the show right now. I'll send you, DM me on Twitter, and I'll send you a link to tell me about the class system, because those CEOs weren't part of the lowest class system over in India. So tell me I'm wrong, and I'll shut up. But I'm not. Tell me they're part of the lowest class system in India. If you can tell me tell me that they weren't part of the lowest class system in India, and I will say I was wrong. But until you can say that, I'm not. So don't try me. Learn something.
Leo, who is in this watching us right now, Leo did not come from a rich background. Leo is Latin American gentleman. Do you know what he does for a living? He runs a store now. He runs a Lexus store. He's a GM of a Lexus dealership.
Right on. And guess what? I got Latin Americans in my company. But look, I got Dominicans in my family. I got Puerto Ricans in my family. I got Jamaicans in my family. I got Africans in my family.
You think that was handed to him?
Families that immigrated have a different mindset than those people who have been beat down for years. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but guess what? There are people still in California who are treated like they're not citizens because their family were indigenous Mexicans. Mexico was part of California, and people treat them like they are not generations here.
If you don't feel welcome,
how people get treated.
There's 50 states, then move. See, you make excuses. You feel like you're getting treated like that in Cali? Move to Seattle.
I didn't make excuses. I just told you the truth. You just didn't like what you hear. It's not an excuse. It's the truth. It's the truth. Bigotry has no limits in this country. A lot of people are stupid. That does not. Education is like limited. But guess what? Me just saying it doesn't mean it's an excuse. It means it is what it is.
I swear to God, if I had this mindset, I'd honestly be nobody.
David, if I didn't remember where I came from, I'd still be there. So remember that. So when people come out of poverty and they finally make their way up into the next class, guess what? That's the world we live in. You got to remember where you came from, because otherwise you can end up in that mindset. So yeah, I grinded it out. I made it. But guess what? I told y'all yesterday, I'll say it again. I had 2 loving parents that put me through the ringer, that helped me become successful because they knew what it was going to take for me to make it. Full stop.
I'll say that your mindset now is a little bit wrong. Not your personal
No,
mindset,
my
but your
mindset
outlook.
remembers where it
Your
came from.
outlook. Your outlook. You're basically saying you're the only one that can do it. No.
No, I didn't say that. I just said, as long as you remember, remembering what the past was isn't about
Hold
living in it.
on.
It's about
Vanessa,
remembering.
yes, absolutely. Vanessa, yes. You know why? I'm gonna tell you why. Because I grew up next to an area where people were literally poor. But they didn't go ahead and get down on themselves. They didn't pity themselves. You know what they did? They got up and worked. And if one door slammed on them, another door slammed. They got the door to open up for them. And now a lot of the people that I know are in successful positions, not because anything was handed to them. It's because they worked relentlessly to get there. That's a mindset.
And guess what? People brought them in. People brought them with them. People came up
Yeah, you
together.
only if you knock on 100 doors, one's gonna open. You knock on enough doors, one's gonna open. Somebody's bound to say yes. Not everybody's going to become a CEO of a company. Not everybody's going to become a COO or a VP in a company. But I could tell you this: you're going to put your ass to work, you get somewhere. Now, unfortunately, there are people that are born with disabilities, and obviously they're going to have a hard time, because if somebody wants to take this context and put it into that, there are people that are going to have difficulties getting a job or being successful because they have a disability, and it's unfortunate. But if you're a healthy, young individual, you're going to make it. Stop making excuses. This has been, I just want to give a shout out to everybody who tuned in. This has been episode 63 of The Breakdown. We do this from Monday to Thursdays, 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time when we went overtime. This has been a passionate show. We've talked from every single side of the angle. At the end of the day, just because I don't agree with the takes that Akil has, or anybody in this space that's currently talking, he's on mute, by the way. But even though I can disagree with your takes, I still agree to disagree as a mature adult and wish you much luck and success in your or during this journey where most of you guys are in crypto trying to change your lives. So I applaud you. I applaud you for betting on yourselves and taking a chance on yourselves and stepping outside of the box to try to go ahead and better your lives. Whether you're seeking 50,000, 100,000, millions, whatever satisfies you guys. But I'm proud of all you guys that took a chance on yourselves. I got nothing but respect for you. Again, regardless of our viewpoints, I got nothing but respect for you guys for taking a chance and betting on yourselves. This show is sponsored again by Unstoppable Domains. The show is powered by Gokhshtein Media. The Gokhshtein Media merch store is up and running. Go get yourself some merch. Go get yourself a domain name. And tune in to us from Monday through Thursdays as we touch on every single topic, whether it's cryptocurrency, whether it's politics, it doesn't matter. We're touching on everything. I think this is the problem. When we don't speak and we walk on eggshells and we don't consider what the other side is saying, that's where the frustration builds in. We as a society need to listen to the other side and not block them and not just throw them to the side. You don't have to agree with somebody's opinion. You could disagree with it.
The QAnon shaman I'm throwing to the side. That guy's a whack job. Vegan, crazy. Yeah, that guy, he's out the door. Where's that stupid thing on his fucking head? Yeah, too much for me. He can't talk to me. That's weird.
Akil has been let. Akil, see, even Akil, I'll speak on Akil. He is now in a place where he feels like, you know what, fuck it, I can speak my mind. And I've come to that conclusion now that we don't talk about it, what we feel enough. Like we just don't. We don't speak our minds no more. We live in a society where we have to fit into the narrative. And I haven't ever been about that life. When I first popped in onto social media in 2017 in terms of crypto industry, I was a loudmouth son of a bitch who said anything that I had on my mind. And then I started building Gokhshtein Media, and now you have to be professional. Companies, oh, you got to be professional. Okay, professional Dave puts a suit on. That doesn't benefit anybody. Doesn't benefit me either. Because I want to talk about some real shit. Like I've been talking about, big people on billboards. Talking about obesity being promoted. And I don't agree with it. I don't agree with obesity being promoted.
And I think art doesn't. I don't think you should sanction or limit art. But I also don't think that fat people being health experts is good either. I mean, Dr. Phil used to tell people about diets, and I'm like, seriously, Dr. Phil? Like, how you gonna tell people about their weight? You're fucking fat.
Thank you to the community. We continue to grow. I see it, and it's only because of you. It's only because of you guys that we are growing, and that our show is growing, and that we got sponsored, and we appreciate you. I do appreciate every single one of you guys. So on that note, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Enjoy it. Get out at least once. Stop looking at the goddamn charts and have some fun and get some exercise in. And I will now turn over the microphone, as always, to one of my good friends who I consider a brother, Akil Patterson.
Thank you, David, again. Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us again this week on The Breakdown. We will talk about everything. But remember, I don't hate you. I don't hate Hector. I don't hate David. At the end of the day, tell someone that you love them, because you never know when the next time that you're going to see them again. So, David, as always, brother, I love you. And for everyone at home, have a great day and an even better tomorrow.